He does a Mia. A big Mia. Nate. Get it. You want to come say hi to chat? No? You know, chat loves you. You should say hi. Well, can I hold you up to the microphone so they can hear you say hi? Here. Here. Say hi to chat. Say hi. Meow. Do a meow. A meow? Please? Meow? You get purrs. That's what you guys get. You guys get purrs from the Nate. Hello, everybody. How we doing? I don't know if you guys can pick up on him purring. Probably not. Oh, meow. Yes, see? Nate, they understand. They speak your language. They go meow. They do a meow. Just like the Nate does. Oh, whoop, careful. Careful. You're gonna fall off, buddy. Big purr. Awoo! Hi, Rain. How you doing? I'm convinced the world's not gonna let me play Expedition. Like, it's cursed. Like, every time I try, something happens, man. We're doing... Hi. Whoa. Whoa. A little close, eh? Well, you know. Nifa. Hello. Too close. Well, what are you gonna do about me being close, huh? What you gonna do? Lick. That was not in the bingo cards. That was not in the bingo card. No. I had some trouble with Bakushin too. Hello, everybody. It's been a bit. Because Comcast sucks. Ow. Does anyone actually like Comcast here? I know the Leppy does not. The Leppy does not. On break, I will do my best. That one, yes. Hopefully the YouTube gods won't smite me. But we can do that, yeah. I'll just mute it on the VOD later. Nate, no, that's my popcorn. You can't have it, the popcorn. The popcorn's not for the kitty. He's very confused by my model's tail. He's just watching it like, what the fuck is that? The fuck is that? Here, you want to sit watch it? You're like transfixed by it, bro. Calm down, it's okay. Sane's, I think Sane's out of the shower. Nate, you want to go say hi to your bro? Meow. He doesn't meow very well. Yes, he does. Very, very well. Yeah, Papa's been up a lot. Papa been up pretty late. Too bad I can't switch ISPs. That would be nice. I asked Papa if we could, but apparently we can't. So, hello everybody. What did we miss? What did I miss? Being gone so long, huh? Can't swap ISPs. Internet provider. Apparently, they're supposedly upgrading the system. But hi, Marquis. How you doing? How's YouTube? Thank you guys over on YouTube. Please give it a thumbs up. We're gonna do Enter Heaven tonight. It's got one of the most banger tracks in Nikke in a while. Holy moly, I love it more. I honestly like it more than Hurricanes. I mean, Hurricanes was okay. I liked Hurricanes, but like, this song slaps. Nikke time, yes. Awoo! Hey, Kay. Might have to do a Dune stream on Sunday. They're doing a promotional weekend for it and just dropped it on everybody, so. Why bonking? Nate, no. No getting on the count. No, Nate. Let's go EHZX. Why not what? Why not what? Because Nate's gonna try to get on the corner of the desk and, like, chomp on stuff. Oh, why not the bonk? Because what did I do to deserve it? I, like, did something to deserve it, okay, but... did I actually? Nate, meonk. A meonk. I'm doing dailies real quick, guys. Thank you for the pats. What's up, Val? Mr. Jerry Duty himself. You sure it's the ISP and not the interdimensional time-space streaming you're doing? Well, maybe it's interdimensional Comcast then. Interdimensional Comcast hates me. Oh, sorry, you did the tail pet. My tail was down. I'm sorry, Val. I give you a free one. Hold on. I have to manually go do it one. Uno momento. I knew that I still pet the floof. You guys like the floofy tail? How you doing though, Marquis over on YouTube? What's up, brother? So, how many people have finished the event yet? I've noticed Thursdays work well because it gives you all time to do it. It's not my job to think. I was torturing myself by reading Doomsday leaks. Supposedly they've leaked the whole plot of the whole basic plot of the movie online, and wow, if it's true, it's the fucking disaster. It's a fucking disaster. I don't know who's actually going to like it. Hey, what's up, Eben? How you doing? Like I said, I'm just finishing my dailies here. Hope everyone's fine tonight. Twitch, YouTube wants to know if you're fine tonight. How you doing? You fine? If I could pull EH with blue tickets, we would do a pull for that, but I don't want to use my rainbow ticket. Sorry, guys. Hey, Cthulhu, what's up, my man? How you doing? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Can we get a shout out for Cthulhu, please? If it is the yeah, my man, of the synthwave music, the synthwave Elden Ring music. I gotta get back to Elden Ring. I gotta finish Expedition 33 first, though, and the universe needs to let me play Expedition 33. Struggling, but we out here. Whoa, that's a mood. That is a mode. Ooh, Ghost of Tsushima. Are you playing it on PC or are you playing it on PS5, brother? It is the cute Leffy. Twins! What's up, Chiba? How you doing? How have you been doing? Have you been enjoying Dune, Chiba? Oh, you don't stream it all? It was for a friend. Oh! Well, okay, anyways, everybody, please go check out Cthulhu's music. I know he for sure is over on Spotify. I imagine he's over on YouTube as well. Well, sure, it's Spotify, because that's what I got open at the moment. He's got banger tracks, especially like Elden Ring remixes, bros. I'm pretty sure he's got some Bloodborne in there, too, from what I remember seeing. Need to get this guy playing Stellar Blade so he can remix some Stellar Blade music. Oh, yes. Trying to find more spice caves to progress the story. They're kind of like spread out all over on places on the map. You can do like a Google search for whichever trial you're on, and do map, and you'll be able to find it that way. Or someone might be able to help you in the server. Yeah, but everything. Stellar Blade music. Stellar Blade music's great. This song's actually, this one's a Stellar Blade song. Yeah, it is Raven's music. Hey, gotcha! Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. If you're new here, my name is WhispyStars. I'm Wispy or Stars. I'll go by either one. I'm a retro neon fiend. No Leppy. You know, we do the old-timey, you know, I don't want to think about how long ago the 80s was kind of thing. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to be doing, Enter Heaven here in a little bit. I hear Stellar Blade. You got great taste. Yeah, we played Stellar Blade. I actually need to play it again. I need to go through it and finish it up. Well, I mean, we finished it, but I need to like do a new game plus because I have to go do all the Nikke stuff. Because I progressed too far into the game and I locked myself out of doing the Nikke content and the what was the other one I did? Nier. That was the other one I did. I locked myself out of both crossover shit because I went too far. Top of the evening. Welcome in, agents. Welcome in. And Kira, thank you for your follow. You see, I see Kira Queen, and I'm like, is this supposed to be Killer Queen from, like, Queen? Or is this supposed to be a JoJo reference? I'm not quite sure. Maybe both. But I also do multi-stream. You guys can check over on my YouTube where we're live there as well. Yes, the Raven boss BGM. Dude, Raven's fight is like the first big skill, is like one of the major last like skill checks of the game, and it kicked my ass, but it was fun. Yes, this is my new model. Here, let me zoom out for everybody to see here. I debuted it last week for my birthday, but this is my new model. L'Amour EXE is my model, Papa. He did the art and the rigging. I did the design though. It goes dark mode here. I just gotta remember. I have to still set up all my stuff on my stream deck because I'm a bad streamer who forgets to do things. There we go. Yes, I step side to side. And I've got cool glasses. My community loves retro stuff. Oh, they'll probably love being here then. I'm a big fan of Tron. You know, Blade Runner, all the good stuff from the 80s, because I'm an old person. No one believes me, but I'm old. It's okay. Design's awesome. Well, thank you. I always think it's a bit too, how should I say this? I always worry it's a bit too out there for a VTuber design. That's not normal enough for a VTuber design. Because VTubers' designs are very cute and stuff. Flynn lives! I prepare. Tron Ares doesn't exist in this house. New wispy dances, yes! And thighs, you know, chat's favorite part, thighs. Yes, we got some thigh swish going on. Yes. And some booba. And thighs. We got thighs and hips and booba. You know, all the fantastic things. I've already seen the normal ending mode. Pretty good event for lore lovers. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this event. As a fellow late 80s baby, I love the representation. Ah, Gotcha's one of my people. Me too, brother. I understand. Me too. The birthday that doesn't exist. Yes, I'm a leap year baby on top of it. So, I did go to the lockout part, yes. I didn't realize where the lockout part would start. Brawl, thank you for your follow over on Twitch as well. Welcome in, guys. So I locked myself out, and so I need to replay Stellar Blade. And I need to finish Elden Ring. And I need to restart Liza P so I can go do the DLC for Liza P. We need to do a lot of Soulsborning, and I still just need to finish Expedition 33 first. I told my community not to spoil anything since we just finished the event. You guys can tell me if you liked it. Red obviously very much enjoys the Nihilister music, as you can tell. Legs for Daisy, yes sir! I'm gonna be stuck on these games for a while. Well, it took me 90 hours to beat Liza P. That's what I clocked in at on my first playthrough. Well, okay, no. I think some of the 90 hours might also be some of the New Game Plus we already started. We did start a New Game Plus on that one. Papa Stars locked him and Sis Stars out of the house the other day. Really good. I got people just back into Nikke. I'm dumb. How do you just get back into Nikke? Like, is it like you took a break? I'm just dumb and I keep playing games usually unless they do something to really tick me off. Backlog do be backlogging. And it's usually, these games minus Elden Ring are like games I've already beaten. But they're like, here's DLCs that you have to get to a certain part in the game in order to do, so. I wanted to finish Stellar Blade, not because I was unhappy with it, but because like I really just wanted to see where it was going. I wanted to finish the story mode. The new song for Enter Heaven is not up on Spotify yet, and I'm like big salty about it because I wanted to listen to it at work today. Because it's a slapper. Okay, guys. So what do you guys think about getting the Z mission pass? Like, I'm really tempted to pick it up. Should we grab it? Came back because of a future new unit. This is one of my favorite Nikke songs. We're Never Giving Up. It actually, if I had all the money in the world, I would have done an animated intro for my new, like, model to this song. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was actually the big dream. And it didn't happen because money. Because money. I don't know, you guys want the thighs tonight? No, maybe we shouldn't do the thighs tonight. Maybe we should be like a real VTuber and do it this way, yeah? That's why. I mean, I really think it's cutie. I don't think I'm gonna get the Lycris passes. If it was the outfits for them like working at the restaurant, like it's in the show, I probably would have picked them up. Yeah, the transition's very cool. It's that and my full screen alerts are actually pre-made assets. They are assets you can find on Etsy or VGen, whichever one you prefer. I'm just really good at picking stuff for the theming I'm going with. Thighs and tummy, it's all fair game. Okay, you guys can see a bit of the tummy tonight. We'll put the tummy up. I do think I would like the actual like boss version of Crystal Chamber of this song, because it's like when we refought it, there was some refight we did with it, and I was like, oh, it's a bit more instrumental and it has a bit more like spaced out on the vocals, but that one's not out. I got the collab passes because of the vouchers. That's fair. Union raid started, by the way, Whiskers. I saw. We should probably do that first. Oh, after this song, I'll unmute the game. Yeah, we'll pick it up. Why not? I got Aina skin first. I know they're squad mates. Are they sisters? The sisters might as well have one. I heard Sane play this song originally when I started playing this game, and I was like, yo, when does this happen? He's like chapter 30 something. I was so excited when we finally got to this part, because I was like waiting for this song so badly. I've been told this event's lore heavy. That's what somebody else said coming in chat. Yeah. I also heard something along the lines of, you don't hate Crow enough, which will be very impressive. I don't think I can hate a character more than I can hate red shoes, so. When did you get a retro game model? Last week. I debuted it for my birthday on Friday. You got, does it fit? Do you like it? Do you like it? Okay, hold on. So, this is the current setup we have for spring in the game. Because there's a saxophone in this song. Also, why can't I get the Light Course Recoil music on Spotify? Why can't I get this music, like from the collab? I dig it.
It's okay. I can wait.
She's so pretty in the cherry blossoms.
Anyway.
She's so pretty. I bought the pass. I got it. We're good. I got this the Z one anyways. So, we should do some pulls real quick. Not for EH. I'm sorry, girl. You're going on my wish list. Because I gotta save for Annie. I'm sorry, Chica. But we got the big other pulls to do. The weekly pulls. Alright, everybody. Spam the bunnies for the honeys. Let's go. The usual. Chop, chop. Different producer? Oh, maybe. That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. I'm lurking. Hi, Adri. How you doing? Hi. Oh, also, guys, we got new emotes, too. So if you guys are subbed, you get to see the new emotes. And actually, not just that. Followers, you guys have some of the new emotes as well. I made sure that you guys got some, too. I got Isabel instead of EH. Is that a fair trade or not after 3-0? We did spend the last 2 days productive with Sui and height calculations. Results in Discord. I'm skipping EH because 3.5 soon. That's why I'm skipping EH. Otherwise, I'd be pulling on her. Sane and I are both in agreement, though. We would like her base skin in the game, though. I don't care if it's her human form. Where's these results for heights? I'm not seeing it, bro. Where are you making me scroll for? Hair. Oh yeah, the picture of Steven after she got her ass kicked. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, get the purples out of the way. Get the poiples out of the way. She is 4'11" barefoot. Well, I mean, she basically like a preteen, right? That's how I always saw Sui, and was like a preteen, but maybe she's actually just supposed to be a petite. I don't know. 4'11" kind of works out though. Come on, 10 Noahs. No. No. Don't do that to me. 10 Noahs is cruel. All right, guys. Who are we gonna will into the universe tonight? We still have a bait banner before half Annie. Who do you think the bait banner is gonna be? Managed to get EH in my first 10 pull. Very nice, Meatsack. Very nice. IP reasons probably. Most likely sell. I'd agree. What's up? How you guys doing over on YouTube? If you guys haven't, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Twitch people, please go. Don't mind the fact that I just blacked myself out. And go and enjoy the YouTube. Please go give it a like as well. Help it in the lovely algorithm if you can. Guilty new maid banner? Man, could you imagine? We've already had the maid event. Next up would be bunnies in that regard. I got EH after completing the story. Totally worth. It's a toss-up between Isabel and EH because her kit was finally put into detail. Her burst, sadly, is only 4-shot RL in her buffs. So are you trying to tell me that EH fucking sucks? Is that what you're saying? I'll be so mad. The bait banner must be ridiculously hot in order to get me to pull on it. She's niche? Ah. Oh. Hey, we got the counters though. That's a good sign for 3.5, right? Wind is just a stacked element. That is indeed what's being said. That's fucking sucks. Torpedo tits for the bait banner. Could you imagine a Palpion banner? That's what Cthulhu Lord over on YouTube is saying as well. Could you imagine? Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. That's okay. We'll save it. We'll save all the good luck up for 3.5 Annie, I guess. Damn. Wispy, why? I don't know. RNG said why. We're gonna open up all these molds on 3.5 Annie. It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger day. Although I'm stuck right now on the stupid train in Elysian Tower. It's kicking my butt. What we got? Material H? Or no, Material H probably dead, eh? Going my guild? Oh, nope. Wind, eh? Wind, eh?
Since thou hast called upon me, I shall gladly accompany thee.
I'm feeling. Are we gonna go play a game?
Let's go fucking crazy. Let's go an all-win team and see what craziness we can do, yeah? Do you mean base Doro or summer Doro? Might make Palpion freebie for Annie. Okay, do you guys think it's gonna be Hansel and Gretel or Neon and Annie's for 3.5 Annie? I can see it going either way. Base? I still don't have base Dorothy. I got summer Doro though. But I have still yet to pull base Dorothy out of all the time playing this game.
I'll do my best. Cheer me on. Tell me the hell has no fury like a woman awoken.
Is that Libby's voice?
Oops, I got you.
Was that Libby's skill burst? Don't know if I like that. I don't know. What the fuck does that gotta do with anything that I have seen from Libby? What? I don't know, guys. It's pretty cringe. Hey, Alley Cat, how you doing, honey? A woman. Behold, a woman, and it's an eldritch being.
From torment freed, I shall attain enlightenment.
Regroup and let's go again. Tell me the
From torment freed, I shall attain
getting on my
enlightenment.
nerves.
Yeah, you're getting on my nerves makes sense. I could see that for her. Why not something like you're too noisy or something? Hey, Umbrella! Also, Umbrella and Val, thank you guys for your resubs. Mwah. Thank you, thank you. We got a 9 months and a 35 months. Let's fucking go. Thank you, thank you. It sounds like she doesn't have a good...
We've won. Happy now.
Ouch. Black Scarlet Shadow just barely beat out Mermaid. That's bonkers that Mermaid does that much damage. What the hell? Damn. That's crazy. I lost in hair because of Jellycat? No, that's fine. I understand. Invests in her best girl. Does crazy damage. Surprise Pikachu face. I expected. I don't expect her to have that high a damage for a B1 though. It's crazy to me.
Guess I forgot how this is done. Come on, let's test your luck.
Don't ask about my team comps, okay? We're just here. My guild can do this without me. We're just here for a good time.
Give them everything you've got.
I forgot she's a sniper too.
I almost made eye contact with Master.
This is like sniper iron team. Don't ask questions. Just enjoy the ride.
Like a true agent.
Let's check. Come on, everyone. Let's score one for the good guy.
I think I have a plus favorite. No, I don't think I have it. Wait, yeah, no, I do. Wait, no. No, maybe not, because I have that. I don't have that background. Oh, wait, no, the background is in a skill burst. It's just in the lobby, isn't it?
Let's check. Let me show you the results of my training. You've got.
No time for a breather at all.
Let's check. Let me show you the results of my training. Reloading. Come on, one more round. Let's check. Let me show you the results of my training. Let's hit the road running.
Ow, that sucks.
No time for a breather at all.
Let's check. Let me show you the results of my training. Let's hit the road running.
Bunny Ade is still the best bunny.
Mission complete, Master.
No, I haven't invested the same into Libby yet. I only have one copy of Libby. Hey, at least I got one copy of Libby now, okay? Wawa. Agua, eh?
I may not be the best, but I can at least crack a few skulls. Is it time? Are you calling me? Are we going to do some marine life exploration?
Fuck it, we ball. Or
I
go.
shall take the lead.
I don't care. We ball. I'm just here to help. I spent 600 mileage to max limit break Libby. How much are you crying about that now, Fun? Huh? I would devour the Palpian bait. I kind of think they might make Palpian the freebie. It's possible.
Have a taste of adventure.
Push through to the very end.
Or they could save Palpian for the freebie for when they release the new Noah. Everybody knows Noah's gonna get a new unit. Like, I'm sure everybody here is like not surprised by this at all.
Have a taste of adventure. Would you like to try our signature all out for the sake of adventure?
Doo doo doo, made for you. Drilling and hammering, non-bait banners. I would like to see a new hammering. I really like hammering. She was a character I very much enjoyed. Hi everybody! Ark, how you doing? Welcome in everybody. Hello, hello. You guys are new here. My name is WhispyStars. I go by WhispyStars. We're gonna be playing the new Nikke event. I was just doing my guild rating dailies. Well, hello everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up? BBG, how you doing? We have a BVS over on Twitch and a BVG over on YouTube. How you guys doing? Kraken team is Siren, Nayuta, Libby, Scarlet BS, and Asuka. I didn't pull on Asuka, so I'm sure that upsets somebody out there in the world. I don't care for Eva, so I didn't care to pull. All right. Oh gosh, she's coughing. That's not a good place to start. All right, so if you guys enjoy the Nikke content, please give a like, subscribe, leave a comment or chat, or on the video afterwards, what your favorite part of Enter Heaven was and why it's totally why I don't like EH's new design as much as her previous design. I don't care if she has huge booba. She's got C4 attached to it, and it's kind of really weird. Oh god, now Jackal's hacking up. Bleh, Viper, my throat hurts. Seriously, doesn't anyone ever clean around here? How can you clean the outer rim? Why is there so much dust? Should I eat it all? Would that make my throat stop hurting? I forget how dumb Jackal is. Sometimes I forget how dumb Jackal is. Don't. It'll only make it worse. Oh, okay. Thanks, boss. Ooh, Warhammer 40k. What were you guys up to? Not C4, a Claymore. It's more directed. Now then. The tip we got said there's been sightings of dangerous people coming and going around here. Viper looks around the area. I see a whole bunch of dust, but no signs that anyone's actually been living here. Yeah. There aren't even light fixtures. Plotting something shady in the dark, huh? I wonder what it was. Viper, boss. Over here, there's stuff written over on the wall. There's little writing on the wall. Viper turns on her phone flashlight and shines it on the wall Jackal is pointing at. Uh-oh. What is this? The wall is covered in words written in red. Traitors, hypocrites, you abandoned us. And what's that in the center? Light is our right, heavenly ascension. Do you think heavenly ascension is behind this? Hard to say. I thought you'd already taken care of that. I did. But now it looks like a little investigation is warranted. I'll handle it. By yourself? Hi, Arto! Yeah. EH stares at the wall, filled top to bottom with writing. Someone had a schizo moment. I'm pretty sure this is a message meant for me. The music is so good. Oh, I'm here for it. Let's go. And then, like, music change. Traitors, hypocrites, you abandoned us could be from so many people in this game. You got a point, Cypher. You got a point. But I've given it said Heavenly Ascension in the middle, and that's her previous terrorist organization. What's Madarnia doing here? Someone make sure Oso's not watching. I'm gonna be blowing up his girl. Like that. Devs abandoned Nora. She wanted to go home. And she went home.
A commendable battle.
The guy that sings this song kind of reminds me of the dude who sings We're Never Giving Up, but I don't think it's the same guy. It's just very similar. Ooh. I do like this art piece. Who do we got? Let's see.
You really really want to have me by your side?
Oh my god, you can select Crow. You can select Crow! Ah.
Do you prefer being outside?
I gotta have like some kind of a stacked team here. Hold on.
Let's go with you. Really want to have me by your side? You really want to have me by your... Do you prefer being outside? That was a joke.
I'm always ready.
And then just like a random ask me horror. Let's go. Brushy in here. Come in. Oh, hi, Ingrid. Thanks for making time. I know how busy you are. You said it was urgent. What's going on? It's about the terrorist group in the Outer Rim. Heavenly Ascension. Don't you remember them? Of course, they were behind a lot of the terrorist attacks in the Ark. Crow used them to blow a hole in the Dome of Eternity, as one does. Then, do you know who founded Heavenly Ascension? I do! I am a smart cookie. Good. That'll make this quick. As you know, EH is the one who founded Heavenly Ascension. I already know that. Why are you repeating it? Right. Why are you telling me this now? After the attack on the Ark, EH expressed a desire to atone for her sins. She asked to become a Nikke so she could take responsibility for what she'd done. As part of the deal, she was forbidden from leaving the Outer Rim. A bomb was placed around her neck. I don't think on her boobs is around her neck. Ayo, new model. Who's this? Ayo, Orcus, how you doing? Welcome in. She became the leader of Exotic, agreeing to dismantle Heavenly Ascension herself. Those who left the group under EH's orders were spared their lives, while those who didn't were punished for the terrorist attack, and Heavenly Ascension was thereby declared disbanded. So, like, you murdered them. I had no idea all that happened. Didn't they say that happened? Didn't she mention that? Like, I feel like EH mentioned this, and this is not a surprise to me. Or is the commander just being dumb? Hey, Auntie, how you doing? We gave her 2 bombs as a treat. She's got the one in her neck, and then she's got the one on her boobs. It's very efficient. Very tactical. Slightly before main story. They never told him about it? Then how do I know about it? It must have been in like one of those cutscenes the commander wasn't in. Because like this is like, I feel like I know this already. Huh. Schizo nightmares? I don't know. Are you having schizo nightmares, Strummer? Which literally reminded me that I had Twitch open because it randomly started playing starting the music. I'm sorry, Auntie, for the jump scare. I was at a friend's house on the weekend watching The Hobbit Supercut. Ooh! A fan edit that edits The Hobbit trilogy into 4 hours and makes it closer to the book? That could be interesting. Okay, the viewers knew. Commander did it. Okay, okay. And mentioned it to Neon. Okay, alright. I was about to say, I'm like... I remember this. I know these things. I have memories of these things. However, there's an issue. Since then, the remnants of Heavenly Ascension were quiet, or at least hadn't seen any signs of activity from them. Recently, though, we received intel that they've started to move again. Didn't you just say the group was dismantled? You know people can move even though they're not in a group, right? They don't have to be in your Sims friend circle, Commander. Come on now, Jeff McDougall, put your brain cells to work. It was. Then reports started coming in. Light is our right. Heavenly Ascension. That's their famous slogan, and it's been written all over the Outer Rim. Couldn't it just be from some copycat, though? Hey man, we're not playing Ghost in the Shell now. Come on now. Of course, that's entirely possible. But we also can't rule out the possibility that there are remnants of the group still around. If so, EH's report of dismantling Heavenly Ascension may have been false. A ruse meant to protect what remains of their group. At least that's one theory. The suspicion got pointed at her then. It's not unreasonable for the central government to come to that conclusion. After all they see when they look at EH is the former head of a terrorist organization. I mean, look, I'm not often in the central government side, but like, you kind of can't blame them here. Like, I mean, you know. Wake Leppy, be wakey. Umbrella, meet Neo Umbrella. No, we're not playing Resident Evil 9. That's Danny. The new emotes look cool. Oh, thank you. I made sure both followers and subs got new emotes this time around. I just gotta upload. I gotta move them over to YouTube as well. Laughing Man reference. Like 2 people in chat got that, and one of them was Gotcha. Auntie was probably the other one. That's why they're asking me to look into what's really going on with her. Do you think she lied? Oh my god, were they roommates? I don't know. I can't say. I just realized Ingrid's got a ring in her eyes. And now I can't stop looking at it. I don't know. I don't want to give my opinion first and influence your judgment. Besides, let's just say I'm not fit to judge. What do you mean by that? Give us the tea, lady. For now, I want you to see EH in person and determine whether she's involved in this or not. You were one of the victims of the attack, but you also have a long history of... Oh my god. Of treating Nikkes without precedence. Prejudice, not precedence. Well, I mean, maybe precedence, but she said prejudice, definitely. I'm just dumb. If there's anyone who can remain impartial here, it's you. I don't know if the commander's really impartial when it comes to Nikkes. He tends to like them a lot. Alright, I'll meet with her. Oh, hi, Rappy. You're really going through with it? Yeah, I was asked to. Were you able to get in touch with her? No, she's not answering any messages or calls. She's on permanently do not disturb in Discord. And or hiding and on visible. That's not good. Whatever's really going on, this whole situation is suspicious. I'd advise keeping your guard up, Commander. Regardless of whether EH intended, something is already in motion. You can't do as you've always done and blindly trust someone because they're a Nikke. Excuse you, ma'am. I can do what I want. I am the main character. You're just once again jelly. I'm talking to another Nikke. Rappy, I like you when you're channeling your funny Red Hood side, but when you're channeling your jelly side, it's really not attractive. I'm just saying. It's really unattractive. Like contacts with electronics? Kinda. What was this about Laughing Man? I missed it. I was AFK. Oh, I made a... the commander asked if they could be like Heavenly Ascension... copycats, and I said, nah, this isn't Ghost in the Shell. And I knew, like, you would get it, Auntie. I wasn't expecting Gotchas to get it, too. Standalone Complex was my jam. Dude, Sack was fucking great. Actually, Gotchason should probably recognize the design of the glasses, then. If my man's a Sack enjoyer, I'm just saying. Vague posters should be shot, especially if they do it to you in person. I only now knew the term vague posting. I just tell people to be specific. It's not giving me not enough information. I was not aware this had a name called vague posting. Are you excited for the new Slay the Spire? I don't watch Slay the Spire. Oh wait, no, Slay the Spire is a video game. Sorry, I was thinking of, there's an anime with a similar name. I'm a big Resi fan. I don't hate Resi, it's just not my jam. I prefer watching other people play Resident Evil. I'm probably gonna go watch Maximilian Dude's full playthrough, I'm not gonna lie. I like watching him play Resi. Outpost Discord is R18 and EH refused to give her ID. Based. Hi, good person. How are you, hun? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. It's rare that cat person gets to join us these days. Sack enjoyer. Well, I'm sure there's Dojin for that, don't worry. I'm sure there is somewhere. How can I not? Let me come with you. See, she's being jelly again. It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. It's dangerous to go alone. If we move as a group, it'll draw too much attention. We're fairly well known now. Even so, it's better than being defenseless. You know what's even dumber? Just walking into the Outer Rim in the commander's outfit. I'm just saying. I just don't want to provoke them, Rappy. Rappy. Regardless of who's doing this, their recent actions have been bold. True, but I don't want to escalate this and drag innocent people into it. Still, I don't think going at it alone is strategically a good idea. That's why I've already contacted someone else. Did we just put her in the cook chair? Yes, Kelly, I remember. Yeah. Oh. Rappy getting the velvet treatment. Someone else. Oh, the jelly is showing. Wait, you don't mean... Oh man, look at that face. That's exactly what I mean. Oh, please don't tell me we contacted Crow. Don't make me deal with this. I will be sick to my tummy. Rappy, sit in the chair. Get in the chair, Rappy. So instead of Shinji getting the Mac.
Here it comes. Here it is. Reloading.
Someone was trying to give away the Christmas present I sent your pupper. This makes the Leppy angry.
Yes, good.
You rescued it, right? My Crow was supposed to be like in super jail. That doesn't mean shit.
It lacked a certain pizzazz, but
I'm so used to like the chiller Mihara voice that her OG one took me by surprise for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I took it out and she took it right to her house. See, the puppy even wants to keep the toy. Wow. Wow. Absolute wow. That's a madge. That's a big madge from Wispy. Brother, why would you give away a present to a puppy? I mean, your pupper's not a puppy no more, but still. I wouldn't be surprised if Crow does come up in this event, though, all honesty, guys. Like, my shit posting about not liking Crow aside. Like, I would expect her to have some kind of presence in the story. Even if it's just narratively. Watch it be the queen. Hi, sis. What can I do for you? Oh, Sis Star says, hello. Are you ready for bed? Do you need me to plug in the humidifier? Yeah. Okay, guys, hold on. Sis Stars needs me to go do something real quick. I will be right back, okay? I'll put some music on.
The sound of the bombs makes me rub my head wildly. These
that we face. Shuffle the cards now. My eyes are spin like dice. Do not hesitate. It's time for the jackpot. Don't get distracted, can walk away while we are in the fray. Sneak through the room like a dealer at play. In the game that well the shadows obey.
Okay, sorry guys. WhispyStars has that cold that like me and Papa had last week. And so she needed me to put the humidifier on and stuff for her. Sorry everybody. Hey Zerlock, what's up brother? How you doing? Welcome back. You're all good, no worries. Oh, are we debating about Crow? What did I miss? Leaving us on Viper. Oh, Maple carries her toys around the house. It's cute. Look, Crow can have a banger design, but she's still like a piece of shit. Just like Red Shoes, according to some people, has a banger design, but she's a piece of shit. I don't know much about Sin or the other Nikkes, though. So I can't really comment on that because I haven't done their stuff. Yeah, debate and all that's fine. And if you guys, as long as you guys don't get, I hate to use the word toxic, but as long as you guys keep it semi-friendly, you don't get like super personal about it, you guys can debate all you want. It's cool. I'm pretty chill like that. What's up, Danny? It's all gravy, sister. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Crow and Red Shoes are well-written villains. That's why I love to hate them. Because they're very well-written. They both have their own motives, and you 100% understand their motives, and so it's up to the player to decide if they like them or not. I find Red Shoes morally repulsive. Like, I cannot stand Red Shoes because of how morally bankrupt she is. Where Crow, it's like, I understand where she was coming from, but I think she chose, like, the worst way to go about it. Like, I just think, like, Crow is anarchy like Joker is in a way for me. And I don't like Crow, but Red Shoes I find more, like, I get mad when I see Red Shoes around. Crow, I just, like, I'll just shit post about Crow, but both of them are really good and have their places in the story, and they need to be there. Yeah, Kelly, Azurite just doing her job as a Maud. She's doing her Maudi job. Crow, you get one Nikke scissor. So I don't know if he's still here, but Oso was doing... Oso just finished Ark Invasion over the weekend, or over the last couple days, and I got the live play-by-play reaction as he finished Ark Invasion. He was so happy when Crow got suplexed. I knew he would be, but still, it was great to see. No, don't eat the mold. You know when you eat the mold, you become mold. Even in the dead, Red Shoes is still taking the L. True. True. The big question is can Crow be reformed and her mind changed? Red Shoes obviously not, but Crow might be reformable, I guess, but I can still understand not liking the central government in the arc. Like, I really do understand that. Not this hole again! Bet they're going to mind wipe Crow. That would be interesting. Mirror can be changed? Nah. 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 No, no, because Mirror's next play is going to end up being, oh, well, if the queen is this bad, then I should just supplant the queen in order to put my ideology that I want in place. Like, I'm sorry, Mirror is not going to change how she thinks or her ideology. She will just find another way to go about it so she can be the one in charge puppet mastering everything. Crow, if they mind wipe her, that will be interesting. Sorry. Same sent me a really funny picture. Sorry, guys. You ate Nate? Nate just had a sneezing fit. Honey! Viper. It's been a while. It's unlike you to be the one to call first. I just haven't been able to reach EH. Ouch. Oh, I don't mind the reason. I'm just happy you reached out first. Hey! Commander. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Jackal. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. Don't mention it. So you're looking for our boss too, huh? Yeah, I heard Heavenly Ascension's on the move again, and I wanted to ask her about it. Yeah, we've been tracking them ever since we found signs of their activity. You've been tracking them too? Wasn't the central government interested in Crow? Maybe, I don't remember. That was a while ago, so quite possibly. Chat would be able to... either chat would be able to tell you better than me, I think so. I'm gonna have to, like, sit through and go through, like, Nikke story mode again. Glad our inflections are on the... I know I can't change my voice to sound like other people, so I just try to get the right inflections with the, voices. Who do you think first found the wall with the slogan written on it? It was us. But a few days ago, we found a certain wall. Was it in Berlin? Sorry. Sorry. She said she'd look into it on her own. We haven't been able to reach her since. She's not responding to you either. Have you tried going out and looking for her? You bet. I ran around everywhere trying to catch her scent. But I couldn't smell her anywhere, so we didn't find her. I see. Can you show me the wall you found before she disappeared? Of course. It's deep inside the outer rim, though. Are you sure you're up for it? It hasn't been upkept for a long time. To the point that there aren't even any lights on. It's dark and dangerous. Oh no, the commander's gonna have to hold on to your iridescent skirt that probably glows in the dark. What a shame. It shouldn't be a problem with you two around, right? Oh my. Here you were so guarded earlier, honey. And yet now you're putting your trust in me? I don't see any reason for you to betray me. I suppose that's true. Are you going to double-cross me again? Of course not. I won't do anything like that again. Not now or ever. I mean, she did get a summer skin with her boobies out, so maybe we can trust her. I'm not going to betray you, honey. I swear. Alright, I trust you. For now. Thank you. Viper said thank you. Then I'll say it too. Thank you, Commander. Now, as a sign of our trust and commitment. Oh, I was reading that in Jackal's voice and it was Viper. Whoopsie. How about a handshake? I'm sure she wants to shake more than his hand. Mm-hmm. A handshake. Sus. Viper extends her hand. You said you trust me, and yet you're already hesitating? I would never do anything to hurt you, honey. I swore, remember? All right. I take Viper's hand. Your hand's always so warm. Don't gasm over my hand, please. That's weird. You're not Yoshikaga Kira. Viper, let's go with my hand. Good. I'm all charged up now. Follow me. The red eyes. Bail. I really like... See, I don't like Viper much as a person. Viper's not my kind of person. Like, I don't like women really a lot like Viper. But I really do like elements of her design a lot. No, Jackal, no jackling. This is technically the... Oh, yeah, so this would be... Well, then it would have to be before the main chapters where they meet up then. If this is supposed to be, like, the first time they meet up after Arc Invasion. I feel like that's pretty much the fan base, yes, saying, oh my god, that was funny. Holy shit. That's good. Can I post that on Twitter? Did you make that scene? Or did you find it? I don't like women, Wispy 2026. No, I like people like Viper. I really actually personally don't like. Can I post that on Twitter? Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it after stream. Trudge. I'll give the credit the same. What I've learned from a very specific character elsewhere is I like women that are aesthetically yandere, but not actually obsessed. That's fair. I would say Viper's not like super yandere. She has like traits of yandere, but she's not like super into the yandere-ism. She's very much like what her name states. She's just like, it's really hard for me to trust people like Viper, which is the point, right? I was like, dang, my comment wasn't that funny. Following Viper and Jackal's lead, I head deeper into the Outer Rim. Ooh. There aren't any streetlights around. They said there were no lights, dummy. Man, sometimes the commander's such a dumb. It's dark, huh? Heavenly Ascension never developed this area. That's why there aren't any lights. Heavenly Ascension developed areas? Mm-hmm. The entire Outer Rim used to be like this. It was already dark enough without the Dome of Eternity. But with the partition blocking the way, barely any light from the Ark could get in. EH changed that. She said people shouldn't live in a place this dark. And so she dug through piles of scraps to find light bulbs, ran electrical lines through the buildings that were still standing, and installed streetlights all over the place. After that, people started following her, even though she was an outsider. An outsider? EH? Hmm? You didn't know? What do you think EH stands for? Do you not know her real name? Ooh. Oh. Oh, I heard this from Twitter, so I think I heard it was Elysian Harper. Oh, hi Zip. So you know her name, but not that she was an outsider? Since it's Elysian that sent you, I figured they would have told you everything. Sounds like that's not the case. Is there more I should know? It's probably better if you hear everything from EH directly. It's all really personal stuff, so I don't think it'd be right for me to talk about it. She's our boss, you know, and I want to respect that. Like a serious question. Serious question. Do you think Viper and Jackal respect / like EH more than Crow? I'm not trying to dunk on Crow. Like, this is me looking at, like, the dynamics of, Exotic under the two different leaders. Ooh. AJ, why bonking? Hi, brother. What's up? How you doing? Yes. We have multiple people saying yes. Interesting. Viper has always been a bit antagonistic with Crow. This is true. Because why not? Oh, fair. Okay. I mean, Viper and Jackal did say Crow went too far. This is also true. I bet they appreciate the EH not being a misanthropic. Meaning Crow did basically tell them they were expendable to their faces. This is also a good point. It will be interesting to see how it further develops. For now, just know that EH was originally an outsider who came into the Outer Rim on her own. Okay. You two seem to be on pretty good terms with her. Ooh, with EH? I mean, it's not like we're strangers before. We already knew she treated her people well, even back when she led Heavenly Ascension. Once she actually became our boss, though, that's when we really understood why people liked her. Yeah. Boss treats me well. She does say I can't bite whatever I want, though. I mean, that's the kicker right there. That's the deal breaker for Jackal. She can't just bite whenever she wants. Got it. Oh, there goes Nate. Okay, bye, Nate. There's a lot of things she tells me not to do. I don't like that. I want to chomp stuff, but she says no. Jackal, no biting. That's because you keep eating weird things and getting stomach aches. Oh, really? Then I like Boss. She's nice to me. I didn't really expect that. After what happened in the attack on the Ark, I figured things would be more strained between you two. A wispy chompy mo? You think so, right? I did too, so when EH became our boss, I just flat out asked her. And then... what a surprise, you're the EH. And now you're here to lead Exotic. Did you volunteer for it? Yeah. Really? But we stabbed you in the back. Are you really okay working with us? Yeah. Wow. Very impressive. Oh, unless you're here to try and reform us former criminals. Is that it? Of course not. My hands aren't clean either. Still, you're different from us. You had clear convictions. Ideals and intentions don't make a mistake less wrong. I've no intention of lecturing you two as though I'm innocent somehow. I joined Exotic because this squad is the only one operating in the Outer Rim. And I figured I can protect this place. I have no resentment towards you and no desire for revenge. We can't change what happened, and now we're all paying our own price. That's all there is to it. I had no idea you're the type who makes life harder than it needs to be. Not that I mind. Honey is a straight arrow too. You remind me of him in that way. Oh god. Now she's gonna go after... EH. Oh lord. Yo. But what if we got an EH summer skin? What if? I just want to know whose idea it was to use a terrorist to guard against terrorism, as if Crow is some hacker being hired as an IT security consultant. Who no one ever said the central government was smart. Someone made a mock-up of it. EH's original design looked cooler. Pro shippers are saying, why not both Viper and EH? Smash! Next question. I look forward to working with you, boss. Me too, boss. Likewise. And that was that. Do you get it now? Huh, she's got a good heart. Despite everything we did to her. That's why I don't think she's trying to rebuild Heavenly Ascension. I realize you might not believe all that because it's coming from me. But I do hope you'll hear her out at least once. Don't worry. That's why I'm here. That's the kind of honey I know. Let's get going. We're almost there. The beach isn't in the arc after all. Hey, I mean Viper got a beach skin. Snoop! What's up, brother? It's been a bit. How you doing? Welcome back.
Hey, calm down.
Reloading. Swiftly.
How you doing? Currently watching ATOT for the first time. Attack on Titan? I have not seen Attack on Titan. Oh, I tried watching it, but
Now.
I had a big skill
Let us
issue
rest
watching
together.
it
Come on,
animated. There were so many lines and motions, it was kind of giving me a headache. Honestly. But I heard it's really good, and I heard people really like it. I'm gonna make some gamer subs real quick, guys. Hold on. Let's see. What flavor do I want tonight? What flavor? That's the AFK. We can't have that just yet. Yes, same? Oh! Did you like it? Yeah. Trying to improve on myself. How so? I have lost almost 30 pounds since August. Wispy strong. I'm finally fitting back into some clothes properly. It's really nice. I bought myself a really nice dress for my birthday. It was like $95. Oops. It should be here Monday. According to my fitness app, I should lose like another 30 pounds. I'm gonna start with another 10. No, another 16. And see how I feel after that. Treat yourself. Well, to be fair, we had seen the dress in the mall and I didn't know it was on sale. So that's why I bought it online. Because I didn't realize it was part of their trying to get stuff out the door sale. So I saw the $195 and went, ugh. And then they're like, no, it's actually $95. It's like $100 off. I'm like, oh! Especially for a big name brand that it is, so. It'll be the fanciest dress I've ever owned, actually. By price alone. I follow Viper and Jekyll into the rundown house. There needs to be a Wispy Gamer subs. I have been trying to get a code for a year now. And I just don't think I'm big enough / know the right people, I guess. So, maybe if we can make partner one day. For now, I have some creator codes with like Funcom for Dune Awakening, and I'm in the Nikkei content creator program. So, you know, we're starting there. We're starting there. That sounded like me a couple weeks ago. As we enter, our footsteps stir up a cloud of dust. Ugh. I'll never get used to this dust. I hate this place. It makes my nose and throat hurt. Then, do you want to wait near the entrance? It shouldn't be as bad there. Okay! This is the last place you saw EH? Yeah, that's right. See that wall? Viper shines her phone light onto one of the walls. Words like traitor and hypocrite are scrawled all over in red. How could you abandon us? Words of resentment. Die, central government lapdog. I feel like that could have been a lot spicier. I feel like that's kind of really not spicy, honestly. That's kind of mundane. Government lapdog. Get some new content, man. As well as some curses. Whoa. Can't have curses. Well, there it is. That's a good idea. That's a good deal. And you won the Nikke Creator Contest. I've won twice, actually. I've been in the top 30 twice now. Thank you to the editor, Mystics. The lapdog is clearly Plappy. She's just busy. No, she's a torpedo, not a dog. And the familiar refrain of light is our right, heavenly ascension. Heavenly ascension slogan. So this is what she saw. We've established this, Jeff McDude guy. You're kind of dumb tonight, brother. Yeah, she said it was a message meant for her. It's probably from someone who resents her for breaking up Heavenly Ascension. That would be the logical action, yes. If that's the case, it means she's a target. And if she's unreachable ever since, she might be in danger. Yeah. Given that she was strong enough to hunt down Nikkes even when she was human, I have a hard time imagining something happening to her. But when people harbor a grudge, you never know what'll happen. It's possible she came back here at one point. Let's check out the house one more time for any clues. Alright. Jackal, it's time to stop playing out there. We need you to see if you can find any signs that the boss was here. Oh man, inside there, my nose is clogged from all the dust and my throat hurts. Then just use your eyes. Alright. I have this. A bit of a wispy oopsie. Okay, I'll help find boss. However, no matter how much we search the house, there's no trace of EH. Ugh, there's nothing here. Maybe she didn't come back? Ugh, Viper, my nose really hurts. I can't take it anymore. Yeah, we can stop. This isn't good. We can't just go searching through the entire outer rim. For now, let's step outside, honey. Staying in here can't be good for you. Yeah, let's go. Get black lung or something. Hurry, hurry, let's go. Viper, Commander, hurry. Okay, we're coming. Before following Jackal and Viper out through the entrance. I glance at the writing on the wall one last time. Huh? What's wrong? Something catch your attention? No, just taking one last look. Looking closely at the phrase, light is our right, heavenly ascension, I notice a small groove etched into the word light. What's this? I press my hand against it. Oh! Huh? The ground gives a bit way beneath me. What the? Honey! And I drop down. Well, good thing we have super amazing, awesome healing now. After a fall that lasts longer than I expected, I slam into the floor below. Ugh! My ankles! Good thing I can heal really fast now! I look around. The room is pitch black. Where am I? Brother has entered the Terminator era. Let's go find John Connor in here. Look at the state of this place. Huh? You're not Viper or Jackal. Who's that? Whack. Something heavy slams into my head. And I'm dead. Well, GG guys. It was a great game while it lasted.
My voice is ready.
Her voice is ready.
Going down. I'm perfectly calm right now.
Who knew that trapdoor would lead me all the way down here? Right. Didn't they say they wanted to do like a lot of big lore stuff with characters?
But I'm satisfied.
This year they wanted like expand on characters already in the game. I feel like they said this. Quick, if you're lurking, everybody on Twitch, post your favorite emote in chat. Let Twitch know you're still here. At least it wasn't all his bones this time. True progress. So much blood. I hear someone's voice. Come on, wake up. Oh. She's a bit mad. EH? Do you recognize me? Yeah, ugh! I clutch my throbbing head and sit up. Try not to move. It looks like you hurt your head. Right before I passed out, I got hit on the head with something. You did? By who? I think I saw the silhouette of a man, but I couldn't make out anything. I see. Don't worry. I'm not that badly hurt. You shouldn't push yourself. You lost a lot of blood. The wound looks pretty bad. I'm really fine. Oh, sorry. Sorry, hold on. We need to get the Mokoko sound for that. I see the silhouette of a man. Got a moose. But can he do the fandango? Aside from the cold, I really think I'm okay. Especially CEO lore. I'm excited for CEO lore. Mind if I take a look at the wound? You're wearing gloves, right? Yeah. Okay then, go ahead. Just be careful not to touch the blood. Alright. EH comes close and carefully examines my head. It's completely healed. Judging from all the blood, I'm sure it was a serious injury, and yet... What's wrong? Nothing. She starts to check the rest of my body, starting with the back of my arms. Thankfully, it doesn't look like you sustained any other injuries. Still, just because the outside's healed doesn't mean you don't have any internal injuries. Head injuries shouldn't be taken lightly. Let's rest here for a while before we get moving. Yeah, sure. She might be right about me not fully healed. I'm starting to feel colder. Brr. Bro lost blood and went, damn, it's cold. What are you doing here anyway? Looking for you. Me? Yeah, Ingrid told me Heavenly Ascension is back. Oh, that. I came to confirm whether you're connected to it. Whether I'm connected? You came to check on if I'm behind all this. It seems the central government suspects you. Who would have thought? Her eyes, they're like a reddish purple, but they're not like corruption red. It's kind of hard to tell. They're purple on the inside and then they have a little bit of red on the ring of it. Yeah, magenta. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening me. My blood got that special sauce. You wouldn't get it. Brain's been damaged since day one. They think you never really disbanded Heavenly Ascension and that you falsified your report. Well, of course they did. They're the stinky feds. And what do we think about stinky feds here, chat? I see. It makes sense for them to distrust me. Them, I'm sure I'm just a criminal who switched sides to survive. And now they want Ingrid to look into it. Yup. Then she asked you to investigate. And to determine for yourself whether I'm behind this. Yeah, she said she wasn't fit to judge. Not fit, huh? Yeah, I could see her saying that. I'm sorry. You got dragged into this because of me. The fact is, I am connected to this. The one writing all these things everywhere as if Heavenly Ascension is sending me a message. He resents me for what I did and considers me a traitor. The fact is, I did put an end to Heavenly Ascension, so it's not like I don't understand where he's coming from. So, you figured out who it is? Yeah, I did. We agreed to meet, but when I arrived, I was knocked out with sleeping gas. And that's how you ended up here. He's most likely the one knocked you out as well. I doubt he expected you to be looking for me. So, he must have panicked when he saw you. He did seem confused, muttering something about being a big viper or a jackal. I figured. After hitting you, he must have realized you're connected to the central government. He probably put you in here with me, figuring that if we die together, suspicion would naturally fall on me. Whatever the reason, I'm really sorry you got caught up in all this. Well, now I have a better idea of what's going on. You're tangled up in something as messy as well. Still, my telling you this doesn't prove whether I really put an end to Heavenly Ascension or not. Ask me anything, I'll answer. In that case, I would like your backstory, please. Why did you form Heavenly Ascension? Why would you want to know that? I know you've been fighting for the rights of the Outer Rim. What I don't get is why your resistance took on the form of terrorism or what led you to subsequently change of heart. That's why I want to know more about how it all started. I think it'll help me judge you better. Judge what? Me? Yeah. Yeah, you! Alright. You've been dragged into this mess. Least you deserve is to hear the full story. It goes back pretty far, though. Alright, guys. Get comfy and cozy. Get your socks on and your blankies.
Here it comes! Here it is! Only a few enemies remain. Reloading.
Exactly. Notepad and digital assistant at the ready. Again, if you guys are over on YouTube, please give the stream a like. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new for Nikke content. We got some full videos and we got some other lovely goodies. If you guys are over on Twitch, click the link below. Open up the video in a tab and give it a thumbs up. Stick spent a lot of time on our best of video for 2025. So get some love, please. Leave a comment down below too on what your favorite moment was last year. You know what my name used to be. I've been getting that question a lot today. Huh? I think I heard it was Elysian Harper. That's right. Elysian Harper. That was my name until I chose to cast it aside. Elysian as the company? Yes, that Elysian. Elysian, whatever. It was a name that came with a lot of weight. Having that name meant I was the next CEO. Oh! In other words, I was the heir to Elysian. Whoa! Okay. The heir? That would mean that you and Ingrid are half-sisters. We share the same mother. Oh. I'm the younger one. Our mother was the former CEO of Elysian. Guys, what if their mom was Frisia? What if? Who the dad shift up? Who's the dad? You're my dad! Boogie woogie! That must be why Ingrid said she wasn't fit to judge. Your family? Yeah, I guess. Honestly, I didn't realize she still thought it that way. What kind of company do you think Elysian is? An arms manufacturer strangely obsessed with tactics. Tactics. Yeah, Ingrid does like that word. Anyway, you're right. It's an arms manufacturer that focuses on tactical excellence. Frisia is a Nikke. No, she's not. They didn't say that. Hive mind. Dun dun dun. Mindblown.golf. But Ingrid was CEO as far back as 60, 70 years during the second... Yeah, so they're old as fuck. How old was EH? And I bet Evergreen is involved. Like, everybody is old as fuck in this game, man. But that wasn't always the company's top priority. In the past, Elysium pursued only one thing. Power. Ooh. Just because she told him doesn't mean she actually became one. Just saying. Power. Yeah, more precisely, the power of humanity. When raptures attacked, humans abandoned the surface and fled to the Ark. My mother believed that in order to avoid extinction, only the strongest must survive so that humanity could grow strong and evolve. That's what she used to say, at least. So her mom was there when the Ark was made originally, if I'm following that right then? Right? That sounds similar to Elysian's current philosophy, but also a bit different. That's right. Ingrid believes humanity must use technology to defeat the Raptures, but she's not so fixated on the sole pursuit of strength. Mother was different. She pursued strength to the point of obsession. Oh, yikes. That's why she wanted the strongest of her children to be her successor. Ingrid and I were constantly tested and compared. I came out on top, which is how I became the heir. And the reason I was given the name Elysian. If it weren't for a certain incident, I wouldn't have inherited Elysian as planned. What's the incident? The knowers want to know! Did you know that Elysian built the Outer Rim barrier? I didn't. No, I had no idea. Of course, it was the central government's proposal that initiated the process, but Elysian spearheaded the construction. Mother had long believed that the weak were meant to be culled. Oh. And felt that garbage should be kept separate from human habitats. So she naturally welcomed the proposal. She knew people were living there in secret. She used to say they lacked gratitude for being allowed to live in the Ark. Instead, squandering their lives on gambling and pleasure, she called them garbage. Oh, shit. Soap. Hi, Legendary. How you doing? Oh, Nate's back. At the time, I really thought the people of the Outer Rim were all like that. But then, during the final inspection of the wall, I was sent to the Outer Rim in my mother's place, since I was the heir and all. That's when I learned for myself. The Outer Rim wasn't a mere trash dump. Just like the Ark, the people living there, real people, not garbage. Ah. Hey. What are you doing? Huh? The young boy and girl are startled and step back, dropping a fuse. What's wrong? It sparkles and it's pretty. We're going to light a dynamite fuse because it's pretty? We wanted to make light. Everyone says there's no light here. Yeah, we played around with fire on the mountain. The light was really pretty. We just wanted to see it one more time. Is that not allowed? What are kids like you doing here in the first place? Where are your parents? How did you even... What do you mean? This is our home. This is your home? Mom's here too. She's inside over there. I think... The children timidly glance at the fuse. Are we really not allowed to light a fire here? I'd really like to see more pretty lights. No, it's not allowed. You could get hurt if you're not careful. We could. Elysian Harper carefully looks at the mountain of trash. Use this instead. Huh? She picks up a sparkler that had fallen onto the side of the trash pile, and then lights it. Hence why sparklers are the currency for the event. A bright light begins to burst from the tip of the sparkler. Wow! These are the only things you should be lighting, okay? Okay. That's when the thought hit me. People live here. I just can't ignore that. Proposal for improving the living conditions of the Outer Rim residents. Elysian Franca tosses her tablet down. I sent you on such an important assignment so you could learn about what being my successor entails. But now it looks like you came back more foolish than when you left. Who are the residents of the Outer Rim? There aren't any humans there last I checked. Mother. That entire place is filled with garbage and nothing else. After being granted the privilege of escaping the surface and seeking refuge underground, they chose to hole themselves up in that dump. That makes them garbage. If you really view those things as people, that tells me all I need to know about how poor your judgment is. There are children who were born there who aren't like that. It may be true that the adults who went there are weak and made foolish decisions, as you say. But those children never had a choice. That doesn't matter. Being born in a dump still makes them garbage. What kind of logic is that? If their lives are meant to be anything more than that, then they'll find a way to survive, to get stronger, and to make it out of there. If they can't, it simply means they were born too weak and they will die weak. That is the law of nature. I've said it many times before. Humanity as a whole must become strong. Only by casting aside the weak and strengthening ourselves can we survive in this world where inhuman monsters run rampant. Have you really not learned anything at all? Still, they're just children. You really can't understand. You aren't qualified to be the heir of Elysian. Don't become weak, Harper. The heir of the great Elysian must not be swayed by pity for the weak. Be clear in what you keep and what you cast away. For the sake of a stronger human race, the weak must be discarded. Otherwise, humanity will grow ever stronger. Will never grow stronger, excuse me. It's only through strength that humans can avoid falling behind in this inverted ecosystem and accomplish the great feats of reclaiming the surface. I mean, I see where she's coming from, but I don't agree. Okay. It was then that a thought came to mind. If we only pursue strength in the attempt to avoid extinction, and in process we discard humanity, can we really still be regarded as human? Oh, fuck, never mind. We are playing Ghost in the Shell. Never mind, I lied. We are playing Ghost in the Shell now. When that thought hit me, I couldn't take it any longer. For days on end, I kept asking myself, what is true strength? And then, finally, I came to a conclusion. It sounds like the Hunger Games. I'm not too well versed in Hunger Games. People in chat can check on that one. If Elysian's heir meant I wasn't allowed to think like that, then I would give up my position. Harper. Ingrid. Are you really leaving? Things just turned out this way. Sorry. Looks like we won't be oh my god, won't be getting tested anymore together. And Mother's okay with it? No. She was angry. She called me pathetic and wouldn't let me take anything with me, saying maybe I'd get a sense knocked into me and come back. I've got nothing aside from these weapons. Do you really want to save that place that badly? Yeah. I'm going to turn the Outer Rim into a place where people can live like human beings. And then I'm going to show the entire world. I'll prove that there are real people living there in the place everyone else calls a dump. And that they can no longer ignore them. And to Mother, I'll prove that strength of humanity actually needs to pursue. Doesn't come from some extreme version of survival of the fittest. But that the strong need to help the weak and give them a chance to get stronger so that everyone can grow together. And that it's only by retaining our humanity that we can truly become strong. That's the strength of humanity that I'm after. And what I want to prove to everyone. Things may not go the way you want. I'm not trying to say that everything Mother says is right. But there are definitely those who have given up and only take from others and rather than making an effort themselves. If you start preaching your ideals to such people, they may take advantage of you. There will be those who learn you came from the Ark and that you were Elysian's heir. And out of jealousy, they'll threaten you and try to use violence. You won't be able to rest for even a second. And yet, in spite of that, you still want to hold on to your ideals? God, I love EH! Me too. Well, when it comes to violence, unless they're Nikkes, armed like soldiers in the surface reclamation wars. Wars? They'll be surely weaker than you, so I'll be fine. You idiot. You can't let your guard down. No matter how strong you are, you're bound... Oh, sorry, I clicked. You're bound to fall if you get careless. I know. That's a valuable lesson Mother hammered into us as children. Look, I know what you're trying to say. The Outer Rim will be dangerous. I realize not everyone there will be good like the children I saw. But even so, I refuse to give up. Harper. Unfortunately, that means I won't be able to help you. I know you wanted us to work together on your plan to make humans and Nikke stronger through technology and tactics. But I'll be looking forward to watching you from afar as you create Elysian's finest forces. The Absolute Squad, who will bring unmatched tactics to any fight. Oh shit, so this is pre-absolution. Okay, makes sense though. And the Eccentric Squad, who will protect others from Berserk Nikkes. Elysian Harper extends her hand to Ingrid. Alright. I'm really hoping you prove to Mother that you're right. Let's both succeed at what we're trying to do, wherever that may be. Ingrid firmly grasps EH's hand. Take care of yourself. You too. Aw, sisters! You see, my child, I must corral the poor humanity or something. Through. We gotta deal with Mom if she's alive. Damn.
Target silenced. Redirecting fire.
You got a point, Commando. But she's already written off that.
The story will be rewritten into a tale that's happy and beautiful.
Mermaid just wants everything to be happy and beautiful, guys. Just a good girl.
I'm trembling. Go to hell, scary monsters.
Oh yeah, okay, Viper.
Reloading. Swiftly.
Gotta reload and advance. No, I need broke.
Siren Nation!
Woohoo! It lacked a certain pizzazz, but I'm satisfied.
You came straight to the Outer Rim after that? Yeah. I wanted to change the Outer Rim. I figured I had to live there myself. And I'll tell you, I was surprised at what troubled me the most living here. It wasn't the thugs picking fights because I was an outsider. Or living in a house without a ceiling, which I'd never experienced before. Nor was it the thieves that tried to enter whenever I closed my eyes. It was the fact that there was no light, just like those children had said. Aside from the faint glow of the dome eternity seeping from beyond the massive barrier, there was no light in the Outer Rim. So I decided to change that. When I began, I noticed there was a bunch of wires everywhere that didn't seem to be used for anything. They were capable of drawing power, though, so getting electricity wasn't difficult. I don't think that their mother respects strength. It's just an excuse to crush everything in her path, no matter how scummy she gets. I could also see that. Commando, thank you for your sub as well. Mwah! Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you enjoy the emotes. We play Nikke at least once a week here, so we are constant Nikke streamers here. I always say we, like as if it's me and the community streaming together. Ah, why the fuck not? Yeah, sure it is. I'm chill with that. You guys chill with that? You guys the co-streamers now. The challenge was finding someone in the Outer Rim who had done electrical work before. I managed to finally find someone after a long search, and we began building streetlights together. We gathered bulbs from the landfill that could still be used and installed them one by one. Wow, it's so bright! What is this? It's so pretty. What's the big deal? Why are you making such a fuss over a few light bulbs? They're too bright, I say. Why are you even trying to lighten up this landfill anyway? Your eyes will get used to the brightness. This may be the outer rim, but we're still human beings and we deserve to live in the light. Don't we? Well, I suppose that's true. I think we need to start trying to live more like people. After all, we're humans, even if we may not live in the Ark. After that, I installed lights along what was considered the main street. Gradually, people began gathering under the light. And then, eventually... Boss! 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 Everyone says boss! At some point, people began calling me boss. And that wasn't all. I want to live somewhere with more light. I want to see a brighter world. I want to feel the world beyond the partition. They started saying those kinds of things to me. I figured that since I was the one who brought these people together, I had to respond to them. So, I shouted, "Let us head towards heaven. Let us prove to the world that we are alive, and show them that we are people. One day, we shall cross that partition into a world overflowing with light. Let us ascend back into heaven." From that moment on, we took the name Heavenly Ascension. Utility company to regional power. Welcome back, British East India Company. See, my joke in Discord about FF7
myself, though.
is really not wrong, though. It's really not wrong.
Reloading.
Speech! Speech! Also, if you guys are new, feel free to come and join the Discord. We have a dedicated Nikke channel where you guys are all welcome to join, both on YouTube and Twitch. You guys are all part of the community, no matter which platform you're watching on. You can join our ship posting there, and you can join our lore discussions and our spamming of fan art, and yeah. We just nerd. It's dedicated, alright. And you guys can also catch updates for when I'm live or have to change the schedule or whatnot. Excuse me. I see. But the more I hear, the less I understand. That's because the commander's not following. He doesn't have his brain cell activated this event. Why did you resort to terrorism? She hasn't gotten there yet, bro. Everything you've said sounds pretty far removed from that sort of violence. You're right. That wasn't how we operated in the beginning. At first, we were almost like a neighborhood watch group just trying to make the Outer Rim a better place to live. We made people in the Outer Rim get jobs. It could be any kind of work, even the darker kind. No matter what it was, we made a rule that if you worked, you received compensation. Some gangs liked us and others hated. But we approached all the established crime bosses the same. Trying to settle matters by whatever means possible and then form alliances with them. That's how we came to be known as... Oh, that's how they knew Underworld Queen. Ah! We made an arrangement with them to protect one another, and that became our greatest source of strength at the time. Pass it. I don't think I've actually ever seen that word used, honestly. Once word spread that they were backing us, smaller gangs fell in line a bit more. And they started protecting homes for Outer Rim residents in exchange for payment. Yeah, I'm learning so much fucking words from this game. Why are we bonking? Okay, no, if you want to bonk over my lack of the English language knowledge, that's okay. I will accept this bonk. Yes. Notice how Sakura and the others never mentioned this affiliation? I actually haven't done all of the Underworld Queen events. I need to do that. I've been promising to do Wisdom Spring because I skipped it when it launched because something else was going on that week. I forget what it was. So I have to do Wisdom Spring first, and then Zane got all of the Underworld Queen events for me. in order. So we'll do that after Wisdom Spring, because Wisdom Spring just got added into archives. So yeah, I think now would be a good time to do all the Outer Rim events. Heavy Ascension was already aggro by the time Commander arrived. 7 years, Airplane Man. It's been a bit, hasn't it? EH was polarizing. Slowly but surely, the Outer Rim gradually stabilized. And that's when people started raising their voices. They said at the time had finally come for us to speak with the Ark. We may still have been living in a landfill, but at least we were living like humans. And they said it was time that we showed the Ark that. So, we tried. We secretly crossed the partition up to the posters. Or put up posters. And shouted slogans. The Outer Rim isn't a landfill. There are people here who live here. Right now, there are many who are living in mist garbage without ever seeing a single ray of light. Your attention can bring light to the people in the Outer Rim. It can bring a new future to the children growing up there. Bring light to the Outer Rim. Bring light to the outlaws. We focus on raising our voices. But don't trespassers get killed on spot if you're caught? Not back then. It wasn't as difficult as it is now for outlaws to enter the Ark. Security wasn't as tight. Also, outlaws weren't considered a threat back then. But that also means there was no one willing to listen. Right now, there are many who are living amidst garbage without ever seeing a single ray of light. Your attention can bring light to the people of the Outer Rim. Boss, are you okay? Ugh. I don't know what you're going on about, but shut it. I can't stand the noise. Verbal and physical abuse felt like the felt almost preferable to nothing. At least it meant they were listening. The real problem was how the majority of people were also indifferent. Everyone pretended not to hear, but staring at their phones as they walked past. What is she doing in the middle of the street? Excuse me. Oh no, I made eye contact. Oh no, they were roommates. The woman wearing earphones hurries away. It felt like I was shouting into the void. And it wasn't just me. I'm sure everyone who was there with me felt the same. We decided to change our strategy and sent petitions directly to the central government. After we sent dozens, even hundreds of them, they finally agreed to arrange a meeting. We were hopeful that we were finally getting one step closer to what we wanted. But how come no one's here? It's been 6 hours. Did we get the date wrong? No. This is the right date. Elysian Harper looks at the door of the meeting room knowing no one is coming. After that happened several times, we got the message. No matter how much we petitioned them, the central government would not meet us. No matter how much we shouted, the Ark would not listen. We grew more and more exhausted until... I can't tell you the context for that quote. I don't remember. Well, thank you, Papa. Wunderbar. I had a Slurpee. Yum. If they refuse to listen to us, why don't we make it so hard they have no choice but to hear us out? No way. Look who drug in the trash. Well, looky, who's not surprised by any of this? Me. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Oh, good point. This must have been when she was so human. Yeah, good point. We'll put on a grand fireworks show. And the one they can't possibly ignore. I get the feeling Oso's somewhere raging about this. Yeah. It was Crow. I'm sure the Nikke community will respect that Crow tried non-violence. Well, she did at one point, and then she went full-blow crazy, so, you know, and embraced the crazy to all levels.
Target silenced. Redirecting fire. It's hard to shoot. Reloading.
I personally have never thought Crow is one-dimensional. That doesn't mean I like her. I don't like Crow at all.
The story of victory.
But she's a very well-written character. And just as much as I hate Red Shoes, she is an awesomely written bad guy. And that's why it's so fun to hate her.
Now, let us rest together, Commander.
Crow was part of Heavenly Ascension too? Yeah. I don't know how she joined or who vouched for her. All I remember is hearing she was born in the Outer Rim. That explains a lot. At first, she was quiet, diligent, and devoted. She patrolled the Outer Rim with us, and went to the Ark with us to demand better rights. She went without hesitation to places other members would avoid, and withstood all the physical and verbal abuse, even in the indifference. The reason I thought of her as a comrade, despite our philosophical differences, was because I saw how devoted she was then. But, at some point, she stopped being quiet and started speaking up, raising her voice, expanding her influence. While I was away on the Outer Rim to meet with the central government, she built up a small faction inside Heavenly Ascension, and that's how much influence she had gotten. You want to resort to terrorism? Are you out of your mind? Whoa, calm down. Why are you getting so worked up? Terrorism's a scary word. Don't call it that. Since the Ark is so bright, that can't seem to see those of us who are living in the darkness. I'm just saying we should light off some fireworks to help them see better. Oh, don't try to make it sound harmless with words like fireworks. Your plan is practically the definition of terrorism. You want to sneak bombs into key central government facilities and detonate them. Oh, so she had a V for Vendetta moment. A ton of people in the Ark would die. It would be a catastrophe. Why should we care? Let the big wigs in the Ark deal with that. Do you think anyone in the Ark cares about us? About how many die to sickness? Or how many children are going blind because there's no light? Or how many are killed by explosives that got mixed in with the trash? We screamed our lungs out, and they didn't even care one bit. It's the same thing. Our people dying from sickness or accidents isn't the same as outright murder. And unlike us, the Ark has a super high performance AI managing everything. Come on, boss. You've lived there before. You don't have to pretend like you haven't. We all know you came from the Ark. You. How dare you accuse the boss of being from the Ark? Do you have any idea what she's done for the Outer Rim? Oh, of course I do. I'm well aware of how hard our dear boss has worked for the Outer Rim, and how much she has changed since she came here. How could I not? You're a good person, boss. Even I know that. I doubt there's a single person in the Outer Rim who hasn't benefited from your efforts. It's called coercive propaganda. I would say more like the villain from Seven movie rather than V for Vendetta. With the hit them with the hammer so they listen. Oh, okay, I don't know the Seven movie, so that is probably a fair comparison to make. She's so insensitive, Wispy. We know how hard you've tried. That's why we followed you this whole time, including me. That never happened with anyone else. You threw everything away and came to the Outer Rim with nothing. Then lived alongside us for years. and brought light to this dump that had been covered in darkness. But what resulted from that? No one listened to us. No one remembers us. Why? Because it isn't sensational enough. I'm not gonna say that's why. That's the thing about people in the Ark. Their lives are so peaceful. They haven't had so much handed to them since birth that you can't ask them to as sweetly and kindly as you want, even when you raise your voice. And they won't so much as spare you a glance. If it isn't sensational, they dismiss it as boring and couldn't care less. Okay, now that she's expounded on it a bit, I understand where she's coming from. And it's definitely true that the people in the Ark haven't... They're like so sheltered from the raptures and all that they really don't get it, which was like, you know, her point with Ark invasion. But again, she just takes it too far. So what? What are you trying to say? And how does this all lead to becoming terrorists? Terrorists? Didn't I say not to use such a scary word like that? We can still do what you want, boss. Go into the Ark and tell them what we think. All I'm saying is we add a little spice to our words. That way, we do it the outlaw way. We make it a game to them more... We make it a game to get them more involved. If they find the bombs before they go off, the Ark wins. If they don't and the bombs go off first, we win. Guys, you're never gonna get me on Crow's side. I just want to put this out there now. You're never gonna get me on Crow's side with how she goes about things. You're really not. But they do a very good job of explaining her mindset and where she's coming from and why she justifies what she does. I just don't agree with the methods. But I understand where the resentment for her character comes from and why she thinks the way she does. But seeing how they already have so much and we have so little, it's only fair that we apply a teeny handicap to them. We'll know the entire plan, but they won't. Once they get so engrossed in this little game of ours, they'll finally start listening to what we have to say. I guarantee it. That's definitely not how this works. So... Crow takes one more step towards Alicia and Harper. Just this once, I'd like us to do things my way. What do you say, boss? The look in her eyes told me that she'd go through with it even if it meant having to go through me. She spoke in a way to rile others up, highlighting how we were in this together, and sugarcoating her words to downplay the crime to make it feel justified. Crow was an agitator, and a charismatic one at that. And the others were starting to agree with her more and more. And that's when she realized that you can't compromise with someone like Crow. You can't. Because even if you started with, oh, just hit the military bases or just hit the CEO towers, she would say, oh, but that's not enough. They're not listening enough. And she would keep moving the goalpost. That's why you can't rationalize or compromise with someone like Crow. Because you will meet them in what they want to do, but then they would find up another reason to make the next target, and the next target, and the next target, and it would never be enough until the other side is completely obliterated. Because then she would just be like, well, if there's no Ark, then we don't have to worry about it. We can just move on in and not have to worry about them. She would lead people down this mindset. Terrorists are not freedom fighters when they willingly involve the lives of citizens. Yeah, exactly. Like, terrorists are there because they cause terror in the society. Their political point making or their cultural point making has gone to the point of outside of the political realm and is disrupting civilian life and harming civilians. That's when it goes into terrorism. So in her point here, she hasn't said where she'd put the bombs, right? Didn't she? No, she just said governmental buildings. But that'll still end up hurting the civilians around the governmental buildings, which is why EH is saying it's terrorism. Even if Crow isn't saying, oh, but we'll hit the civilians. She's just making it sound like they would just hit the government. So that's where, like, this is why I say Crow is a very, very well-written antagonist. Because they do so good at making you understand what she's thinking and feeling to go along with what she's saying. And then this is where they're bringing EH in a very good counterbalance to her. So that you stop and, like, kind of, you know, well, you don't have to stop and think about it. You can just, like, ingest it, enjoy it for the story. But if you, like, wanted to have the philosophical debate, right? The civilian angle has always been a valid target in most freedom fighters rulebooks for the most history, since it's not their side civilians. Yeah, that's a good point. I would like it if they add destroy the harmony fabric. Mind you, it's fragile. One break and everything collapses. Crow read Timothy McVeigh and thought that was a good idea. I mean, the general public at this point is okay with mass enslavement of the dead via Nikkes. They aren't the most innocent. One can still argue, though, how much of the public of the Ark really understands what's going on and how much they're fed propaganda. If you're not fully involved with the facts, you know, that argument can always be made about, you know, were you fully informed when you made the decision, right? You know? So, while I would agree that a lot of the Ark citizens just purposely ignore things and look over facts for ease of convenience, or they don't want to think about how... Who was it in that event recently, or in the main story, that was talking about how people... Oh, it was in Label's event! Where in Label's event, we're talking about how they purposely edited information because humans, basically the human collective psyche is so frail in the Ark, because it's like having that cosmic horror angle where, you know, there is something so monstrously and scary outside of what you can control and you don't know how to deal with it, so you just ignore it, because then you can continue on existing without being in, like, consistent dread of the unknown and knowing how to fight the unknown, right? So a lot of the Ark, for sure, definitely 100% looks over the convenient truths and what is there in order to keep existing, because they can't handle the actual dire situation humanity is in. Like, 100%. But then you get people like Crow, who are so far gone because of their circumstances and the way they have grown up, and you do understand the way they are and the reason why they are, and they want to make everybody else either hear them or be as miserable as they are. I think Crow was more on the less people being miserable than me, and more in the they're gonna hear me, and if they don't, then they're gonna die, right? She had hit like that kind of, would you call that nihilism? I don't think that would be nihilism technically, but she hit that level. This is why this game is so good. Because you can sit here in the middle of a big side event and go, okay, but what? The moral implications of what's really going on. Most of these movements actually thrive best when they are both EH and a Crow, and one does the direct action, the other one gets the moral leader. You know, I really should go, and this is gonna age me, but I should really study the whole terrorist situation that was going on in the 80s in Ireland, because I feel like you can make a lot of comparisons with what was going on with I don't want to say their name wrong, so that's why I'm avoiding saying their name, because I'm probably gonna misspeak the name. But I feel like you can make a lot of parallels between them and, like, this storyline going on. Maybe not with, like, exact one-to-one, right? Because, you know, religious terrorism, but I think You could make a lot of comparisons. I cannot control this person, their actions. Best they work for me, and then they'll stop, and then I can end them for you. I don't think Crow cares about the Outer Rim. She just is an excuse for burning the world arc. I think it started... I genuinely think it could start with Crow, where she did care. And she cared about the situation she was in and others were in. And then as time went on, she just became more resentful and more bitter and more hateful. Because that's usually how you end up down that path. You start one way and then you end up going another way. If she cares by this point is something different, but I think at one point she did care. As EH said, originally she was dedicated and devoted and quiet. The arc made her make their own monsters. To a degree they do, but there is always, hey Riches, how you doing? There is always this part to bring in, that people still have their agency and people will still make the choices they make. You can decide not to be the monster. You can decide not to do this. It's a choice that you make on your own level. So, Crow chose to go one way, EH chose to go the other way. Especially in the society, like the Ark, where CG have shown us to use weapon suppressing uprising within the Ark. Well, they're a totalitarian government, 100%. Possible that as far as the citizens of the Ark know, the Nikkes were volunteers. The argument of all Ark civs supports or stay silent is not good, considering in the Footstep Walk Run we saw CG literally kill civilians, rise up for Nikke rights. It all depends on, I would say, the time in terms of like the time period, and then the civilian group they're speaking about. Because there are different groups in different factions in the Ark, just like there is everywhere else. Central government will use what Crow does to suppress the good. EH does then. That's a good point. They'll turn that and use it to their own propaganda. Crow wasn't born bitching and screaming, I suppose. That was funny. Crow is very much a product of deliberate choice by the Ark to make people cross the line to justify expanding power of government. I love the retro pixel. Well, good. I'm glad you guys liked it. I was really nervous you guys wouldn't like it. Sorry, I'm catching up with both chats here. Do not compare my wife's nihilism to Crow's baby nihilism. My wife has a greater cup of nihilism. Don't you dare hand me try to compare that sippy glass here, Wispy. The IRA, yes, yeah, Papa. I just wasn't sure if that was the right abbreviation for the group, so I didn't want to misspeak. Delg is just enjoying it. See, okay, you get the Nikke streams where people probably dissect lore and all that, right? And then you get the Nikke streams where people goon all the time, and then you come into my stream and we just sit here and dissect and talk about it on like philosophical and like political and social levels, and it's just a damn gotcha game. That's why I love this game though. The longer shift that does not release lore books, the worse this all piles up on the timeline. I would buy a Nikke lore book in a fucking heartbeat. I would do it, yes. I would fund it. I think the timeline has definitely gotten a lot easier since they put that thing together of like when events take place. That has definitely helped a lot. Especially with the judges making the Outer Rim on purpose. Oh yeah, and then you get the Court of Owls bullshit going on. I need to read all of that too. Irish Republic Army. They were a terrorist organization fighting for the independence of Ireland from England. That's why I say there's a lot. I feel there's a lot of comparisons one could make about how Crow is trying to lead Heavenly Ascension to that, like as a real world example, right? They're not updating it though? I thought they updated it recently. I guess not. Okay, never mind. The Court of Owls feels so weird existing when 6-0 exists. And no, you can have two competing factions or two factions layering on top of one another and just kind of moving around each other. Oh, the time loan. But Wispy, every stream is a lore stream. When you come here anyways, yes. I don't know about other Nikke streams, but mine is certainly that way. The timeline is only getting big events and story updates. Well, that sucks. I need a Crow Pass event to see when she snapped. I imagine it was seeing one of her comrades be beaten instead of her. I would not be opposed to this. Look, I am not a fan of Crow when it comes to like on a personal level, and I'm definitely not one of Red Shoes. But if they wanted to give me lore events that further like expound on them, I'm not opposed to this. Yeah, 6-0's a rogue AI, but we didn't know that I think people probably suspected it, but it wasn't hard confirmed until recently, so. Baby Rappy got killed by CG soldiers. True. We goon, but we conscious. We're conscious gooners here in Nikke. You don't understand. We are elevated gooners. I have not done the K of... Like, no. I did K's event, but I haven't done D's events. So I need to do the entire Underworld Queen storyline, and I need to do the Lord storyline, because a lot of that all happened or started before I started playing. So I need to do those. They are on the to-do list after Wisdom Spring. Hey Wolf, how you doing, hun? Last event they added was Goddess Fall Art Guardian. So they're like doing it every 6 months then. I actually thought 6-0 was a dude. I mean, when I first ran into 6-0, I thought that as well. I was like, oh, okay, he's part of the Court of Owls bullshit thing, but nope. I wouldn't trust Crow to do that. I wouldn't. Crow is not a leader. She's an agitator, like EH said. And you having an agitator lead things is not a good idea when you're trying to set up a separate nation, basically. They are fairly gender neutral given the voice, but 6-0 is based off Enoch, so I guess she's Dark Enoch. Yeah, she would be, yeah. The thing is, 6-0 has herself spread across so many different, basically, hub servers that you can't just get rid of her all at once. I think Nikke, while I normally would, like, agree with this, I would definitely say Nikke has set the precedence of them making their villains, while if they're not sympathetic, at least understandable in the terms of like where you understand how they end up at point A and point Z. People would still definitely bitch about it though, 100%. But we typically in this chat are story enjoyers and can understand and dissect stories. I will bitch about characters I hate, but I can still like their role in the story. So I would not mind a Crow event. I think that would be fine. It would also probably plug in a lot of missing pieces, especially from what this one is setting up. Pretty on shift up when you have the Bond story where she's level-headed and they slam the Joker button, and then what the superhero movie, the villain has a point. I mean, I haven't done her Bond story yet. But I think she could still be level-headed and then still have that crazy side when she can finally let it out. I see Crow as a very manipulative person, and I do not like those people, so. Crow made the choices she did, but she is still a product of her circumstances. But she still chose to be what she does and who she is. She still chose that. So it's not fully 100% society's fault. Could you imagine if they release a Crow alt and it's just like what they did to Uni? Dude, oh my god. Oh, that'd be bonkers. There's gonna be a fun video of that. I'm sorry, Mystics, but people want to talk about the stuff. Crow's in the... Isn't she in the Fix-It Center? The Rehabilitation Center? Joker's peak manipulation. People forget that. Exactly. That's why he was able to do what he was able to do in the Dark Knight movie. Judges literally empower Sixo by making her supposed counter to Enoch. Literally old guy sitting in a chair playing gods with people's lives. The Court of Owls, baby. The villains are also hot. Might be alone, but I don't want sappy Crow backstory. I want her to stay manipulative doo-doo from the start. Typically, though, people learn those skills or they become that way because of events in their lives. So if they explain the events that made her that way, I wouldn't say that's sappy. You can explain why a character, especially a villain, is the way they are and have it relatable without it being, ooh, woo, the poor bad guys. Like, you can still write that. It's just people's... It's so common to make the... what I call the woobified villain, where, oh, but you don't understand. They were just so mistweeted, and so they're not really the bad guys. But... that's so common that, like, a nuanced character, kind of like Crow, and even Red Shoes, is, like, lost on a lot of people, where you may... you can understand them, but that does not mean you sympathize with them in the sense of where you're like, yeah, you go, girl, get them, right? You can understand anybody's logic, but that doesn't mean you agree with it or back it. Crow is in super jail. She's gonna pop out like Uni. Crow is generally up there in power levels with Cinderella and Nihilister. What? Oh, because she's overcome the nymph? I would put her more on the level of Rose than having recently done New Year, New Sword. The reason why I say that is because they were both able to find a way to manipulate the nymph to overcome it, right? Versus something like an external force like Valpas undoing the nymph. So I would say it's more on that kind of a level, because when you say power level of Cinderella and Nihilister, people will generally think like what their actual like physical like combat output is. Crow's evil smiles more than enough to give people nightmares? Nah, I've seen worse. I've seen worse. It is definitely crazed though. Shoot the whoopee. Reminder, no one wanted a Joker origin movie. Okay. No one wanted a Joker origin movie, but the Joker movie was actually really good. Because I felt the Joker movie didn't... It made you go, damn, man, I can understand why you want to burn down Gotham. Understandable. Have a nice day. But I still think you went a bit too far in some regards. But he also wasn't... That was just one version of Joker. Like, I wouldn't count that as, like, the backstory of Joker. Just, like, that particular movie one-off. Because I pretend there's no sequel. No sequel happened. Best villains are the ones the heroes have in their own eyes, doing what they do for their ideals and the greater good. I always think the best kind of stories is like when you can understand where the villain comes from, and so you can properly, like, explain both sides of the conflict. Thanos in the Avengers movies, his own eyes was he a hero for saving the universe from overpopulation? I thought the overpopulation thing was stupid, personally, but they did a good job of him selling where he was coming from on it. But even then, when he's, like, telling his backstory, and the Avengers are like, bro, you're fucking crazy. I was like, nice. Somehow Marvel always ends up coming up. My wife's smile makes me happy. Verily. Wait, Commando. Is your waifu Crow? Oh dear. Oh dear. Auntie has if so, Auntie has a friend in chat that is finally on his side. Oh, great Wispy of Neon! You enjoying the EH event so far? I am, Mookie. How is my other brain cell? Giving Joker an official origin ruins his character cause the actual origin ruins the character. No, that's why I said it's only that particular version of Joker. Like I said, I wouldn't say that backstory applies to every single version of Joker. It was just that. It's a what if story, right? Or a Elseworld, I think is what DC calls it, right? I just consider it an Elseworld story, where it's just one version of Joker. It's one particular story, and it's kept to that one, and it's not the same in any of the other ones. My wife is Maiden, Crow's the side chick. Oh, I thought Crow and Maiden were on the same level. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought they were on the same level, my man. I apologize. To be fair, you're steeped in Marvel writing. It's bound to happen. But I didn't bring it up this time. It wasn't me that did it. Crow could use me as an ashtray, etc. Dude, Commando's down bad for Crow. I don't think I've actually met someone down bad for Crow. Well, this will be an interesting interjection into chat then. I live by the old saying that everybody's waifu is trash. Therefore, she might be your treasure, but she's someone else's trash. And I can respect everybody having a waifu of trash, but I will give you shit for it, and I will hope you give shit back for it. Just like Red liking Nihilister. How's it feel to know your wife is inside the queen and not in a fun way? I bet she's burning hot in there. Don't worry, it'll come. Don't worry, don't worry. Dude, soon you'll have heard. See, like that. We give each other shit like that. I'm actually commissioning art of her and the commander standing over a burnt rubble of Missilis. I mean, to be fair, it's Missilis. I can't blame you there. Get over here right now. Everybody needs trash waifu in the stable. True. Lots to nom on. Red is secretly Donkey. Yes, he is. He's Donkey from Shrek and everybody knows it. Hey, Aaron Kelly on YouTube. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Brain cell is working. Wish you a blessed stream. Enjoy the working brain cell. Okay, let me catch up with you, YouTube. Give me 1 second. Those two are messed up. I thought Ingrid have Crow in the jar to find out why she can manipulate Nymph. She just used her brain, forehead. I was going to say something, but I need to check out how far you are in the game. I'm caught up on main story. Imagining 6-0 and Crow linking up could bring chaos. Oh god. Don't even give him that idea, Abin. Although that could be really interesting. We shouldn't take the killing joke at face value either. Joker said it himself. He doesn't remember his own backstory and makes stuff up. Hey, hello, hello. I'm caught up to the current chapters. There's just a lot of side stories I haven't done, but I'm caught up on main chapters, finally. After having played the game for like over 1.5 years, I am finally here. Same way Anderson will feel knowing the queen is wearing his wife's skin. I was actually slightly disappointed. I really wanted to see Anderson go John Wick mode at that. But maybe that will come later. I want to see Anderson have a major blowout and just start kicking the shit out of people. I want to see it. I want to see it. And I want it to be gorgeously animated. So basically, I just want Anderson in an animated John Wick short is where I'm getting at. Nihilister, the Taco Bell of heretics. Burns going in and Burns coming out. Nihilister is interesting because I think she could be popped out like one of the others. I'm waiting for Nihilister just to become a xenomorph and just pop out of the queen's tummy one day. And go, surprise, bitch, I'm not dead. That's literally what I'm expecting, is something like that. I don't think Nihilister's gone. They put way too much development into that character. Just like I don't think Libby's gone. They put way too much development into that character just to off him like that. Nihilister needs to come back to the chestburster style. Hell yeah, I see Delg and I are on the same mindset. Delg feels me. It's odd that Crow wasn't busted out like with Liverin. Nah, Liverin's a pawn. Crow's actually dangerous. Funny you say blowout for Anderson right after I read Taco Bell. Hi Zal, how you doing, hun? I want to see Anderson in a giant mech suit 1v1 the queen. That would be dope. He just asks Moderni if he can borrow her mech. I put way too much into her to give up on her. Dial Lister is written in very much like a dragon, which is very interesting and appealing, like a classic red dragon. Same, I expected him to do what Dobin did after his meeting with the Underworld Queen. Yeah, I expected a total crash out, man. Maybe he's just repressing it and it'll come out. Maybe it's like one of those, I know it, and then when he actually physically sees it, he'll just go postal. Oh my god, Red Shoes is AI clone. Aaron Kelly might be new here. I hate Red Shoes and I hate Mirror. And I just have a random, like, they show up and I just start ranting. But she's a great addition to the story. She's a fantastic addition to the story. It's actually fun to hate her, so. Talos 2. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now we're talking. It's also interesting, very interesting how persuasive Crow is, especially since she has turned to mass-produce Nikke with no memories on her side and like Drake's Bond. Man, I need to read Bond Stars. Man, fuck that dragon, me. Yes. Wispy really hates the Wizard of Oz. No, Dorothy's just a bit schizo, that's all. Tell us how you really feel. I don't find Crow's aesthetic appealing, but I understand why she's appealing to like the people she is designed for. I 100% get it. I just don't find her attractive physically and or personally. Like as a personal person. Like, you know, that is just me, but I can see the people who dig the Hot Topic look, why they dig her. Dorothy need Eerie as her balance. Yes, it was very good. It's very good. Maiden's mostly silly. Maiden's just a gamer. She's just a goober. Yes, Mookie is lurky because he's at work. If you guys shout loud enough, you might be able to see a wild Mookie again. And that's when I realized something. Boss. What we need isn't to throw a tantrum like timid children. We need a revolution. One with fire and blood, because the truth is, those things can't be avoided if we're gonna get what we want. What was I just saying? All that yapping. But that'll never happen if we do things your way, will it? That's why I'm gonna do it instead. I realized I had to put a stop to it. No, I can't allow that. What you said is right. My way is peaceful and uneventful. It's never going to stir up the people of the Ark. I understand wanting to give them a shock. People might actually remember our name if we do. But killing people is completely different story. All we'd be doing is giving them the go-ahead to shoot every one of us, and not just us, but everyone in the Outer Rim. Like you said, we have nothing compared to them. That goes for firepower too. True. If they get serious and come here for blood, we'd be lucky to escape, never mind defend ourselves. It wouldn't be a fight. Of course, we've all snuck into the Ark before, so we might be able to flee there. But what about everyone else in the Outer Rim? The children, the sick, the elderly. Who's going to protect them? And it's not just the central government. The reason we're able to make a pact with the Underworld Queen wasn't because we were so determined that we'd shed blood for our cause, but rather because we were protesting peacefully for our rights. If we do things your way, that pact would collapse. Here we go, guys. All the order that we've spent years establishing would collapse. Order, huh? That's why I'll never approve of your plan. It's not just for our sake, but for everyone's. Huh. For everyone's sake. You say you're afraid of the central government will set their sights on outlaws. But that's easy enough to solve. We just change what we've been shouting this whole time. What do you mean? We stop saying, bring light to the Outer Rim, bring light to the outlaws. Instead, we make sure they know it's us. Light is our right, heavenly ascension. We change our slogan. Then the government won't target everyone in the Outer Rim, but only heavenly ascension, right? That's No? Well, you're the boss. I get what you're worried about. Crow picks up the paper with her plan on it. Pretend I didn't say anything. Thanks for understanding. Like I said, you're the boss. Crow turns to leave, then stops. But there is one thing you should know. Not everyone's like you. They don't all worry about the other people in the Outer Rim. They're not all that patient either. Crow leaves the room. I still think Guilty was an attempt to remake Lilith. Technically, the Goddess Squad was an attempt to replicate her power and specs, but dumbed down a bit. You say Crow was personable, but all I see is how Crow was manipulating this whole situation. She was already gonna do it. She's gonna do it regardless. If they reveal Crow as a plant by the judges, I would laugh my ass off. Yeah. EH has a clear understanding of the difference in power. The tactical goth outfit was forced on Maiden by Elysian. Worst case scenario, Doro winds up letting her want for revenge destroy her, which is very much in danger at the moment. Dorothy's very much a character who is on a revenge arc, and she needs to decide what's more important, her revenge or something bigger than that. I'm very curious to see where they'll go with it. Oh, you mean Lilith's raw strength. Oh, I see what you mean. Affable. Yeah, I would agree with affable, Red. Yeah. Decky! Hi, hun. How are you? Hello, hello. She seems dangerous. Shouldn't we keep an eye on her? Elysian Harper looks around the room. A few people glance towards the door, like they want to follow Crow out. Yes, please do. I had a gut feeling, though, that her plan couldn't be stopped. See? From that day on, Heavenly Ascension split into two factions. The moderates, who wanted to raise their voices without straying too far from the old way. And the hardliners, who said the old way would never work, and that extreme measures were required. No, EH can't take charge of the plan. It's going to compromise her values. She doesn't want to use violence and force because she understands the people who are at the top of the arc, because one of them is her mother. And she understands what the arc can do much more than what Crow does. And EH knows, see, because they stated it right here. EH cares about all the people in the Outer Rim, from the sick to the elderly to all of it. Crow doesn't give a fuck about them. Have a good night, Sane. All Crow cares about is her point of view and getting her message across and getting what she wants, regardless of the expenditure of life. That's why she can't take control of the plan Crow wants. Hi, 49ers. She's counting on it. That's a good point. That's a good point. This is a great event. Oh, we needed this event. At the time, both sides thankfully understood one another, even if they disagreed on the methods to use. We at least knew why everyone chose the way they did. And the hardliners didn't cross the line. Oh, until they do, but you know, for now at least not. But as I feared, the hardliners started getting more and more extreme. It didn't matter how much I tried to restrain them or persuade them otherwise. See? And before long, the ominous feeling I had was made a reality. The terrorist attack she brought to me that day was carried out in secret. They only changed the location. We've just received news of a terrible tragedy. A large-scale terrorist bombing has occurred at the AFX train operation by Elysian. And well, well, well. Look who they're targeting now. Now they're targeting civilians. And who does this tie into? The AZX girls. Well, well, well. Let's go AFX. AFX was the predecessor, I think, to AZX, if I understand right. I understand the Elysian naming convention, Red. It is a little silly, but given her mom is silly, their mom is silly, you know. Let's go, AZX! The incident took place as the train was entering the station platform. The explosion, which came from within the passenger cars, not only destroyed the train, but caused the station structure to collapse, resulting in a terrible tragedy. See? Yeah. AZX was the successor. That's what I figured. The central government has deployed numerous Nikkes to the site to conduct rescue operations, but due to the extent of the collapse, the number of casualties continue to rise. Meanwhile, according to the testimony of one survivor, a passenger on the train stood up, pulled out a detonator, and shouted the following just before activating it. The AFX incident. Yeah, the worst terrorist attack in the ARC's history was set in motion by Crow. Light is our right, heavenly ascension. Using her slogan.
My voice is ready.
I don't think it's fair to say every single Nikke was made into a slave, though, because we have, like, enough evidence where that's not true. Now, we do know they do that, but not every single Nikke is like, forced into servitude.
See?
They're forced into the laws of robotics by the nymphs, 100%. To be purely military, though, for a moment, if you need soldiers for a war and people are dying, like they're gonna die, I can see why they did it. I would still think you should get the A-OK of the family members first. You know, if the person themselves is not able to make the medical judgment of turn me into a Nikke when I die, I still think you should go to, you know, the proper next person and be like, so your options are like they die or we turn them into a Nikke. What do you think, right? You know, I think that would be the better way to go about that situation. Obviously, it's a totalitarian government, so they're not going to, but... some of the mass-produced ones, maybe, since some apparently human-trafficked children. Yeah. I don't know what Dora wants. Does she want to ruin the arc or dominate the arc? Either way, hot. She wants the arc to give her what she thinks she's due, and she will show... Okay, it's not just she wants the arc to give them what she thinks is due. That is definitely part of it. She also wants to prove they were wrong and make them regret betraying her. And seeing like, see, if you hadn't left us out to die, you could have had this on your side all along. You know, it's like a very complex thing. It's like those three kind of things merged together. Using dead people as semi-immortal soldiers is grimdark enough for 40k. Dude, this is like 40k with waifus. They're literally the dragoons from StarCraft, except instead of like weird four-legged things, they're hot android ladies. Some of the mass... Oh yeah, I read that one already, sorry. Goes to family members. I'm sorry for your loss. However, do you think Dreadnoughts are fucking sick? Exactly. Do you want her to be a hot fucking Dreadnought? Yes or no? It is up to you. Yeah, the Nikke is effectively when you really think about it, all the nymph really does is instill the laws of robotics in them. It's still not good because then you can, you know, wipe away somebody's personality and their memories. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely the dark side to it. But like at the base level, you know. I don't think the laws of robotics apply to cyborgs. No, but when you look at what the nymph Like how the nymphs make Nikkes operate, it's effectively the laws of robotics. It's just like, you know, the Nikke version of them. I was finishing that sentence and then had fun and some say, okay, now I beg. And with Crow's Bond story, they have a command in the nymph to never save the life of an outer life citizen. Well, gee, I wonder whose fault that is. Probably Crow's. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. As I hate the historical parallel, but the South, once upon a time, if you pass as a human, you do it, but a Nikke discrimination is a big incentive not to be proud of being a Nikke. Good point. But walking death coffin versus Gunner bait, your choice. Nymph allows people to install knowledge and commands. Yeah, but at the base level, it's effectively the laws of robotics, and then they can, you know, implant like whatever else they want in it. But still, there are a good portion of women who choose to become Nikkes anyways. And then there are some who do not get to choose it 100%. She simply didn't intervene in saving an arch citizen over an outlaw, so Enoch hit all the Nikkes with the outer. Gotta love Enoch. You know, I'm really wishy-washy about Enoch. Like, there's times I like Enoch, and then there's times where I'm like, just damn, man, just become full Skynet and get it over with, or like, go away. Like, I'm like torn on Enoch, how I feel about Enoch. But she's supposed to be impartial and neutral, but she obviously isn't, right? A lot of Nikkes don't entirely remember most of their mortal life, so in a way, the Nikke that becomes a Nikke is an entirely new being, and that means some of them, filthy degens, are their ideal form, looking at you label. Yeah, because if they are, like, basically how I've always, like, described it, is if they have a strong enough personality and sense of self, then they can, you know, influence the goddessium to like make them into like their ideal form, right? But obviously a lot don't, and that's why they become the mass-produced Nikkes instead. Yeah, but I would think how I personally choose to look at it is like the kind of ghost in the shell angle of some part of the human of the girl is still there, either in personality, if they, you know, are a mass-produced unit, or looks, if they manage to be awesome and get to be in the pullable category. Let's be honest, if they're also enough in order to be their own character to be pulled into my waifu pool, I don't think it like fully wipes away the subconscious / soul of the person. I think it's still there in ways, because like you can see with Anne, that something remains in there no matter what you do with the nymph. So Crow has a corn tattoo? Enoch says directly that that she doesn't see the outer rim as people. She should make reconsider violence, I feel. No, because Enoch's just a dumb AI anyways. Hey Phoenix, what's up, brother? How you doing? They pass a mental block and suddenly the repair center sees a ping on the monitor that says able to upgrade. Check. The more stronger you are, the more likely your soul is to stay. That's an interesting point. I'm still holding up pretty well. Yeah, Enoch is slave to the mission, protect the Ark. The Outer Rim was abandoned by the government and is not considered officially part of the Ark. Thus, Enoch does not find it part of her mission. That's also fair to bring up. I mean, it also brings up a good point about Enoch, though. Enoch is literally operating within the parameters she is given, because she is just a program AI at the end of the day. A little eepy, but vibing. My voice is really pretty. I actually hate my voice, so that's nice. At least somebody likes it. That's good. I'm predicting Enoch will heel turn in the future. Well, will be very interesting to see. Yeah, not everyone who chooses to become a Nikke survives. Yeah, exactly. There's still a mortality rate to the Nikke process. Enoch is more human than the humans in the central government? I think that would depend. Because, I mean, from what we've learned of Birmingham recently, and then what we know of Anderson, I would say they are more human than Enoch. So I think it would go... We don't know enough about the individuals in the central government, but we can paint the wide brush, right? But I don't know if I'd go so far to say Enoch is more human than a lot of them. I think you can make the argument she might be more humane at times, but... Yeah, Enoch's #1 priority is the Ark, and she will do anything to protect the Ark, including working with Chatterbox. Y'all remember that one? The whole of Nikke is mommy issues? I wouldn't go that far. There's certain characters that definitely have that. Well, that would be interesting, Red. Oh yeah, no, Dobin is human too. Dobin is a very specific type of humanity, if you will. Like, he represents a very specific kind of archetype of humanity. And he is not cool enough to become my 80s action hero, even if he wants to LARP and cosplay as one. I only really know Dobin from the main story, and he is not my cup of tea. Therefore, I like punching him in the face when he shows up. It's great. I like your 16-bit avatar style. Oh, good! I'm glad you guys like it so much. I know it definitely makes me stand out from a lot of VTubers, but I was worried about it. It would be too different for it to be, enjoyed, I guess is the right word. He's a corrupt actor, but he's got the will and power to make a man dangerous depending on how the wind blows. So, if they ever bring down the partition, do we get to make Gorbachev tear down this wall references? I'm just asking. Just as Crow predicted, after the AFX incident, the name Heavenly Ascension spread across the entire arc, but not for good reasons. The things we'd shouted, which no one ever listened to, finally spread everywhere. The arc citizens began to recognize that people lived in the Outer Rim. As soon as public opinion started to deem the central government's initial response as inadequate, the government got in touch with us, saying they wanted to enter into negotiations. Oh yeah, negotiations. Uh-huh. And they said they would listen to everything we had to say. Yeah, sure. Of course, given how much death and destruction the attack had caused, we were on high alert. But the government assured us they were aware that only a small number of us were behind it. They don't care. They'll knock out the whole system anyways. And that could bring us as many armed guards as we wanted if we were uneasy. Even still, I hesitated. The one who ultimately convinced me was my mother. Oh. I'll hear you out. Come if you want to clean up this mess. That was the message I got from her. So we decided to arm ourselves and head over. We figured that the attack had already happened, and that sitting around wasn't going to change anything. How do you think it went? Not well. Why do you think that? If it had gone well, there wouldn't have been any other attacks. Bingo. It didn't end well. Just as we suspected, the meeting was a trap. A trap laid by my mother. Oh, of course, that's not surprising. When we made it to the conference room, it wasn't people in there who were waiting to hear for us. It was mass-produced Nikkes with armed Elysian latest weapons. You're kidding. The moment the meeting room door opened, they started firing before we even had a chance to react. In that storm of bullets, I watched as my comrades threw themselves in front of me. Stop, let me go. I should be in there. I should be dying with them. Get it together, boss. You have to live. That's the only way their deaths will mean anything. One of them hoisted me onto his back and jumped out the window. That's how I survived. What a baller! Everyone who went to that meeting may have died. Except me and the man who jumped out the window with me. Oh, fuck. He's the man who's upset he's spaghetti. That's terrible. After that, nothing could stem the tide. Not only did the majority of moderates defect to hardliners, but remaining moderates became ground for being labeled a traitor. The resentment of being treated like garbage for so long, the betrayal from being deceived into approaching a negotiation table, and the desire for revenge on behalf of all the comrades we'd lost. You take those negative emotions, Commando, thank you for your follow, welcome in, and combine them with the precedent that Crow had set. And people began committing terrorist acts all across the Ark. After that, there was nothing I could do. I know it started with me, and that I'm the one who pulled the trigger when I said we'd lead the Outer Rim towards the light. But once that bullet was fired, it flew out of my control. Regardless of what I wanted, I was suddenly the leader of a terrorist organization. A leader who had survived by hiding behind the bodies of her comrades. Did your mother ever contact you again? No. She assumed full responsibility for failing to kill me, the head of Heavenly Ascension. And stepped down as Elysian CEO. Oh, I see, I see. How the turntables turn. Also, guys, here's my socials if you want to give me a follow there, as well as the YouTube. Go ahead and give me a follow on the YouTube. Check out our Nikke content, as well as our latest best of video. My editor put a lot of work into it. Make sure you guys watch it and give it a like. Red and I are over here just absolutely feasting at this. Just absolutely feasting. That's why Ingrid had the CEO mantle thrust upon her so abruptly. As for me, I cast off the name Elysian Harper, and from that day forward only lived as EH. Having become a powerless leader, incapable of doing anything, I wasn't even able to make decisions after that. All I could do was try to persuade them to carry out attacks that didn't kill anyone. That's pretty much how things were. Until the attack on the Ark that blew the hole into the Dome of Eternity. Ranka might be around.
I'll finish this quickly.
Although it's interesting to see what happens with Franca.
See? I made it. No enemies left standing.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't. It's not that EH gave up. She was literally powerless. All she could kind of do was kind of steer. It's like you're steering the Titanic, and the captain is like, let's keep going towards the iceberg. And you're like, I don't know, Chief. It sounds like a bad idea. And so all you can kind of do is steer the boat into a way that you hope will lessen the damage. Now that's a comparison. That's everything I can tell you. Does that answer your question? Yeah, I think it's enough. No, I need more. I appreciate your honesty. No need to thank me. This is the first time I've been able to talk so freely to someone. I really appreciate you for listening. Whatever decision you make, I'll accept it. We've been here a while. I'll try to find us a way out. EH stands up. You wait here a sec. EH? Yeah? Do you ever regret it? Regret what? Leaving Elysian and going to the Outer Rim. Oh. I turned towards the sound. Came from over there, right? The sound came from beyond the wall, piled with metal crates. Yeah. Stay here. I'll go check. I should come with. Honey, can hear me? Viper. Hey, smell, boss, come in. It sounds like Jackal and Viper. Viper, Jackal, over here. Huh? Sounds them. Boss, Commander. We're here. Get back. Huh? What do you... Oh, they have the explosions. He each grabs me by the collar and quickly pulls me away from the wall. That sound. Get down. I quickly cover my head and duck. A bomb! There you are! Is everyone okay? You're later than I expected. When I saw that tracker, I figured you'd come right away. Sorry about that. This place is used for cold storage, so the temperature weakened the signal. Plus, we had to make a short pit stop somewhere. Where? Cold storage. No wonder it felt so cold in here. Yep. I guess they figured this was the best place to jam any possible tracking signals. Wait, what tracker? Check the inside of your sleeve. I feel along the inside of my sleeve. I detach a small cube no bigger than my pinky nail. When you gave me the little boost earlier, remember? Yeah, the handshake. Yeah. Ah, sorry. I'm rubbing my eye. To be fair, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that in this regard. That. Remember now? We were escorting you through the outer rim. We had to take certain precautions. Yeah, no, that's fair. And what do you know? It helped us find you. Sure, but I know I technically failed to protect you as I promised. But I did come and save you, so we're good, right? Good? I don't really get what you mean, but Commander is good. Thanks, Jackal. Sure. Thanks for saving me. Don't mention it. Oh, and by the way, we caught the guy who did this. You did? That pit stop I mentioned earlier. We went and caught him. He's actually been upstairs, eavesdropping on us. We subdued him, though. Want to see? Yeah. I'll come too. Are you sure? It might be dangerous. Maybe you should wait outside with Jackal. I'd like to hear what he says. I'm involved in this too, after all. I want to know why he did it. Sure. Then, let's go together. I like her design. There's a lot I like about EH's new design, but I think overall her other design was better. With Viper and Jackal leading the way, we go upstairs. A man is there, bound to a pillar and gagged. He glares at us. Viper, can you remove the gag? The gag. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Viper approaches the man and removes the gag. What are you all even doing that for? You should just kill me. Been a while. Melon. What a name. Melon. You've got a good memory for a traitor. I didn't know you were still alive. Last time I looked for you, I couldn't find you anywhere, so I thought you were dead. Why would I show my face to a central government lapdog? Greg! You only try and get me to quit Hemley Ascension anyways. Why did you do this? Because I resent you. Greg sounds better. Okay, we now have a new chat meme. Greg is now a thing. I couldn't believe you'd become a government lapdog. You were our boss. Why didn't you die back then? During the attack on the Ark, you could have just let yourself get blown up along with the service elevator. You don't have to listen to this, EH. Yeah, there's nothing to hear that you haven't already heard. It's fine. If you just died without becoming a Nikke, then I wouldn't feel so betrayed. Someone had to take responsibility. You lived through it too. You saw for yourself the horror we inflicted on in the name of terrorism. But consequent how does that go? The consequences of mine own actions. No matter how it starts, no matter who incites it, no matter what the justification, as soon as the wrong methods are used, the message loses all meaning. A name can be branded in history, but our cause lost all its legitimacy. We dressed them up under the name of human rights movements, but all those terrorist attacks were nothing more than violent crimes. Crimes that brought death and destruction on a whole lot of innocent people. We can realize that we were wrong and regret it all we want, but there's no changing the wrongs we committed. It doesn't ease the pain of the victims that suffered. There needs to be someone has to atone. Did I read that right? I think she's trying to say there needs to be someone to atone. Huh? Like, I know I can trip over words and stuff. That's why I'm like, wait, did I read that right? I've seen this scene before. They're all whipping out the needle. No, Cypher, not the needle. No, words are hard. Owning your own mistakes is important. Exactly. Taking responsibility. Because pain and sin don't ever go away. EH. All those crimes we committed were in the name of heavenly ascension. So I thought it was only right that I take responsibility for him. I think Crow should have taken responsibility for it, but good job on being the bigger woman, EH. I love ya. Atone, huh? All by yourself? Yeah, I'm the one who started it all. I'm the one who founded Heavenly Ascension, who failed to stop Crow and the hardliners, and who ultimately decided to go to that meeting where so many of our people died. It was all me. I realized that since I'm the one who started all this, I should be the one to end it. By the time I made that decision, my body was already dying. That's the reason I became a Nikke. I wanted to have more time to atone for what we did. I think you should move on too. In that case, let me ask you one question. In your entire life, has there ever been a time, just one, where you regretted coming to the Outer Rim instead of taking over Elysian? Ah, shit, he asked what we did. Did you hear us talking? Just answer the question. Do you regret it? I have more regrets than I can count, but coming to the Outer Rim has never been one of them. I swear it. We're all just gonna stand here awkwardly looking at each other now. You should leave Heavenly Ascension. Admit that what we did was wrong, and cast off your past life. That's the price you have to pay. No, Melon. You're a traitor and a hypocrite. I'll carry my share of sin with me. Oh, we're gonna start doing the sin line from Metal Gear Solid now. What? Ah. Kamikaze time. Another bomb. Where was he hiding the detonator? We'll never be making it to heaven anyway. So I'll see you in hell along with the others, boss. Everyone, get back! Melon! Light is our right. Heavenly Ascension. No, EH didn't start a revolution. Crow started a revolution. Crow is who turned this one violent and into a war. Don't put that on EH. EH will take all of the responsibility she wants for it, but she was not the one who set that wheel in motion. That was Crow. That's why EH is the greater person for taking that on, because I'd be like, nah, you pin that shit on the person responsible for it. Hey, Maurice, what's up, man? How you doing?
Woohoo! It lacked a certain pizzazz.
No, she didn't start the fire. No. She did not. When the smoke from the blast clears, we hurry to where Melon had been. Bro, there ain't gonna be nothing left, and there is. If it is, it's pieces. But only debris from the explosion remains. Well, at least nothing remains, because that could have been yucky. For a brief moment, EH stares silently at the remains. Damn, poor girl. Her mother lit the spark in the end? No. Crow was the one who started the terrorism. No, man, just accept it. She did. Dude is blowing mist. Sorry, dude. Oh, so no. Oh, God. Sorry to keep you waiting. Kept you waiting, huh? Let's get going. I'll take you outside. Okay. Following EH's lead, we walk towards the outer rim barrier. Viper, boss, commander. What's wrong? Why is everyone so quiet? She's a dumb. She doesn't understand these big concept things. Are you hungry or something? I'm hungry too. Commander, want to eat before we go? For goodness sake, Jackal. I'll buy you some food later, so just wait for now, okay? Huh? Yeah, so... Hmm? Jackal starts sniffing and moves towards a box in the corner. Jackal is the kid that you need to take to McDonald's to get the chicken nugget meal. What is that? Is there something there? It smells like gunpowder. Boss, is this dangerous? Jackal lifts a small stick from inside the box. That's a sparkler. Oh. A sparkly? Do you blow it up? EH takes the sparkler from Jackal. It's a sparkler. You light it like this. EH lights the tip. Aww. So sweet. A bright light begins to burst from the tip of the sparkler. And it shines like this. Wow, that's so pretty. Commander, Viper, look, it's so pretty. Yeah, you're right. It's very pretty. I never thought I'd see one of these in the Outer Rim. Yeah, it really is pretty. Each stares at the sparkler intently. Her gaze filled with both nostalgia and regret. These are the only fireworks you should be lighting. Whoops. Sorry, I clicked it too fast. I want to hold on to one too. I want to light it. Jackal grabs a handful of sparklers and runs off. Wait, Jackal, lighting that many is dangerous. Viper runs after her. Jeff McDude guy. Yeah? That's me. If I ever get blinded again while chasing after the light and end up setting fire to something that isn't meant to burn, will you stop me no matter what it takes? Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, that's a lot to ask. I don't think that day will ever come, because I'm positive you won't forget what you're atoning for. As such, I'm not going to agree to stop you. Instead, I pick up a sparkler. Oh my gosh, no, it's fucking game. This fucking game. Oh, the feels. I pick up a sparkler and touch the tip onto the one on EH's hand. Here's your feels. It was gonna happen eventually. It's a Nikke event. I'll watch and support you as you atone. Ugh. So that someday you'll finally be atoned for everything and be free. Ugh. Feels. In the shimmering light, EH gives a small smile. That's more than enough. Ah. I wonder what hard mode ending's gonna be then. Because this wrapped up pretty well. Something with Crow, maybe? Wispy doing a sniff. Yeah. I got them feels.
Let us rest together, Commander.
This was such a good event. Damn. What a baller. Oh, I'm glad that's the wallpaper. Baller song. Great event. Great ending to the event. Crow does everything wrong, as we knew. We already knew this. This game is so good. Oh my god. How is this game a gacha game? I don't fucking understand. I don't understand how a gacha game can be so good. Oh my god. I wasn't sure if that was actually going to be her burst animation or not, because I had seen the art on Twitter too. Jackal has definitely grown on me. Touching tips are firework brothers now. You want to see the hard ending as well? Oh yeah, no. Crow is an extremely well-written character. Look, I will give her all the shit because I don't like her, but she's still an amazingly well-written character, and you understand why she does what she does. Like, it totally fits. It's totally fine. And there would be someone like Crow in this world. So someone like her needs to exist in the story. Jackal's a good doggo. She just needs the right person holding the leash. Oh wait, I'm putting it. So yeah, I mean, I will give Crow all this shit. If you're a Crow enjoyer, please don't take it personally. But I really do like her part in the story, and I like how they utilize her in the storytelling. I feel like this is very unusual nowadays, especially as a streamer, to say I don't like a character, but I like what they do in the story because it makes the story better. I'm going to ignore Shift Up and say that it's family name Harper, so congrats Elysian and Ingrid Harper. I can see where Red is having a hang up on the naming convention. But see, putting Elysian first shows that you put the company and the ideals of the company first, Red. That's the idea. Pro, Ingrid, Franca, maybe in a few options for hard mode. So overall, chat, both chats, what do you guys think of this event? I think this event was very much needed. Like, doesn't move the story forward, not per chance, but it gives a lot of needed context, I think, for characters. Yeah, didn't Crow say they were the ones that did the bombing? Now, I mean, chapter 22 was a long time ago for me. That was like 20 chapters ago and like probably half a year ago. So I may need to be, appropriately corrected. But didn't she say she did it? Or that they were responsible for it? Another good event. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I also literally did 22 yesterday. I did that shit ages ago. Enter Heaven gave me some answers. Wispy, hard time for solving about the Ark's invasion. Yeah, it was a good tie-in back into Ark Invasion, especially when you really think about it. It's been 2 major story arcs since Ark Invasion, like with the current, where the current main story is. So it was a good way to tie back into that. 8 out of 10, solid backstory. At least I have a timeline now for that does help. Did Elysian make EH into the Nikkei? Was that the company that made EH into a Nikkei? Okay, I thought so. Man, that must have been really weird for Ingrid. Making my sister into a Nikkei. Oh yeah, this is awkward. Didn't Ingrid say something about it too? Not in the sister way, but like, didn't she make a comment about it if I remember right? ACX girls do mention the bombing there in their Bond story since they were originally humans when it happened. They also brought it up, I think, in Terminus Ticket, didn't they? They alluded to it in either Blank Ticket or Terminus Ticket, as I remember. EH asked her personally. Well, that would do it then, yeah. But calls her sis up. Yo, so Enix says I'm gonna be a Nikkei. Mostly, are you sure about this? That's right, that's right. That's why seats are equipped with shields now. Can we give Whisper uppies? Uppies like this? Oh, the music died. So. I want an instrumental version of this too. This song is God. This song is so good. I really think I'm gonna enjoy Third Deep Backyard, but Moran is like my girl from Underworld Queen. I like the girls with heart. What can I say? Red Hood, Little Mermaid, Moran. Rappy's kind of fallen off a bit with how she's acting in the main story lately, but... Unwell wasn't joking when Ingrid... Why did you think she was joking when she said that? Goofball. I didn't think she was joking. Who was even proud of doing the bombing? She would be. I see the lefty tail. Yes. There are thighs for everybody too. That's why I just... While I really like Crow in the story, and it makes sense someone like Crow to exist in the story, I just can't back someone who would be proud of killing civilians. I just can't. I'm pretty sure I know the reason why too, so yeah. Skill issue, Wispy Crow. Yeah. But now is Anderson the father? Now I thought so for a while, but with this info, yeah, I made that joke that maybe Franska would be Frisia, but man, now I don't want it because I don't want to think Frisia turns into such a bitch. I just want Anderson to go postal and be part of the reason why we beat the queen, because he's like, my wife. I want the fairy tale romance part to pop out and actually like be a thing at Nikke at one point and save the day, because I'm a goober girl. Watch Frisia be the supreme commander of Oswald's recommendations. She's still alive, shift up wood. Could you imagine? I'm gonna be disappointed. If the supreme commander isn't just like basically a skeleton on a chair like the God Emperor. Because I think it would be funny. Fairy tale romance? No, we can only have tragic romance. True. To be fair, original fairy tales were all pretty tragic, so. Oswald was a hellhound, but I'm trying to remember if they called Frisia a mad dog. I don't think so, no. Oh shit, Oswald lore. I'm gonna fucking feast. Let's go. Yeah, the whole lack of organs, definitely. Have a good night, Evan. Thank you guys for stopping by again. If you're on YouTube, please give the stream a like. Subscribe if you're new. Like I said, we usually play Nikke once a week, so. I mean, look. Maybe Anderson's Super Medica Messiah, whatever the fuck that is, gene will kick in and he'll just regrow his organs. You never know at this rate. Who the fuck knows? Anderson got a master W, but I want the W's to keep happening. We don't really know who Mad Dog is? Okay. So, when it came to Oswald, I did it out of order. So for everybody who's new here, I started Nikke like during the 1.5 anniversary. So I did a lot of the goddess events in chronological order, not release order. So I did Red Ash first. So I was like, Oswald's the GOAT. Why did everybody hate Oswald? And then I did Overzone and went, oh, I can see why. Oh, because this came first. Oh, now Oswald's the GOAT. Anderson being confirmed as Legendary Commander was like the biggest open secret everyone saw coming, yet still finding people on Twitter going, what? I wouldn't say I was surprised, but I loved how they revealed it. It was like everybody kind of suspected and kind of knew, but we were waiting for them to like say it officially. And I thought the way they revealed it was so good. Because it was subtle, but the way they did it was very impactful and meaningful to both the characters. It was chef's kiss. More or less, but I started somewhere around Sakura and originally around Biscuit. Hey, Midnights, welcome in. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I haven't even done those events yet. So I started during Crown's event. So I eventually did 1.5 much later. But I think actually we did that on when I was really close to having my first year of playing Nikke, because I started playing Nikke on stream. So several people that are in big members of the community now actually found me through the Nikke streams. So feel sorry for the people who did Goddess Fall first. Oof. Yeah. The OGers who did Overzone first, I feel for you. I'm day one, so my first ever event was no color ID along with Helm. I still need to do Helm's event too. I haven't done much chapter after story chapter 33. Oh, bro, it's so good. It does kind of drag a bit. The 4 Beasts arc does kind of drag a bit, I'm not gonna lie. But it's so good at the end. It's good. Although I still feel like 42 was sort of like, we're gonna wrap everything up and it's gonna be super long. And I'm kind of like, oh, everyone's here now. Oh, okay. So, hopefully Midnights, you don't mind if we drop spoilers, I guess. Because I'm caught up with main story, so a lot of chat will be talking about current main story stuff. I hope that's okay. I regret missing songs. Oh, brother, if you have Spotify or YouTube, they got all the songs up there. I have to skip until 3.5 anniversary while thinking about what the second collab will be. What do you mean, Maurice? Are you doing everything like in chronological order? My first event was Goddess Fall and my first pilgrim was Haran, so that was interesting. Yeah, Oso pretty much started because like the whole group was nagging him too. Because we're like, bro, you'd really like it. And then he was watching enough streams. My first pilgrim was Scarlet though. Anise stuff dragged on forever. I feel Anise, they needed to do for Anise what they did for Neon, and they just put it all in one chapter. That way it didn't fuck up the flow of either story, because like going back and forth between the two stories really kind of made it stretch out longer than it needed to be, even though both were really good. If you come into Nikke story now and not having to wait 2 years for like 15 chapters, then it's fine. I was doing uni stuff. Oh, okay, gotcha. I did the events together after Art Guardian. Oh. Yeah, having the woman he loved being called him by his name gave the right emotional impact. Exactly. Yeah. Just, and not just because I'm a girl and I'm a goober romance and I like my gooby ooby wooby romance feels, but just like narratively, just having that confirmation, just being that softly between like two people who really love each other and trust each other like that. I'm like, oh, that's so good. Oh. It was so good. Because that arc really, that moment actually really signifies like kind of where Legendary Commander changes his personality from how he is to that to how he is as Anderson as we know him. Though I still want more context for his John Wick mode. Yo. The new area have nice songs. I really like the music as of chapter like 43, 44. Like the latest 2 chapters we got. I really like a lot of the music in that. It kind of depends on the area they're in, I think. They do work with more artists than just Cosmo now. And level 9 is doing more of the music, so more of their like in-house stuff. But it's still very much all seems like it still all very much fits Nikke. And when the woman calls you by your government name, you know you fucked up. She didn't call him the full government name, just his first name. I want an animation of Anderson going John Wick mode. I was talking to Ragnar, who's like a another one of my streamer friends who we got to play Nikke, and I was showing him the screenshots from the latest chapters. I'm like, bro, even the cinematography, even though it's like still frames, is like a John Wick scene. I'm loving it. And he's like, I've never seen John Wick. I'm like, we gotta fix this, man. We gotta fix this. I'd also like to point out that outside Red Hood is just outright stating that Rappy loves the commander in those chapters was Red Hood possessing Rappy, thinking that the second time they've had an outright confirmation of a Nikke or commander saying they love you or one to another. Oh, yeah, I remember that, Auntie. Sorry, it took me a second to remember the scene. You are not wrong, though. We have an extended version of the Lycos Recaller event. Oh, where? Because I really want some of the music on Spotify. Because I liked one of the songs. It's got a saxophone in it. I'm here for that. Discord watch party for John Wick. I mean, we can try and arrange that if people want it. Actually, I think we did that. We did that once. We watched all of the movies. Not all at once. It was like, we did one once a month. It's on YouTube? It'll be hitting, hopefully it'll hit Spotify soon then. I don't like YouTube music, really. Like, I'll listen to it for some songs because, like, you know, fan mixes will be on YouTube and they're not on Spotify. Eden got nuked by the queen, but it's better now. But not all the Nikkes in Eden are better. Eden itself is better, but not all the Nikkes from Eden are better. Some of them are perma dead, so. I mean love, not just simple I love you. Oh, Lamau. I need some John Wick in my life. I'm wondering about this 5th movie they're working on, man. I still need to see Ballerina. I need to see Ballerina. The I love you from both of them really got me 100%. Kisama! Hello, hi Chime, how's it going? Oh man, now I gotta wait a week for hard mode. That's the only problem with doing an event like when it drops as opposed to like waiting until the hard mode drops and doing it all with you. But that was good. I'm glad we did it on, and that wasn't release day. I like doing it a day after release day because it gives you guys all the time to do it so you guys can watch me go through it and we can have like gap sessions like we just did. But damn, that was good. That was really worth it. I feel like the side events this year have really popped off. I feel like they're really good. No, the new boss they dropped? How do I put this, Midnight? The queen descended and she took parts of Nikke's and made a monstrosity. That's the best way I can put it. Bitch has a face on her face, but the face don't move, but the skull underneath moves. And when you think about animation-wise, it was crazy, but it's creepy as hell. Okay, guys. Wispy needs to head off for bed. I need to get ready for work in the morning. So tomorrow we will be playing Expedition 33. We'll be grinding and playing that again. I might do a makeup stream on Sunday. If I do, it might be a Dune stream. Because Dune's doing a promotion. So I may slide into that. True, Papa, true. So we might be streaming on Sunday. A lot of it's gonna depend if Papa's working or not. And then I'll have the stream schedule out for next week. I will decide when our next Nikkei week is gonna be. Cause like for this event, I'll have to read Wisdom Spring and stuff. So I need to kind of like plan for that. Thank you, Daddy. Shift up. But yeah, thank you guys all for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed the event. Thank you guys for all the nice compliments on the new model. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Let me find a raid for Twitch here, guys. So we'll keep yapping a little bit while I find a raid. Hi, Keats8. You came in when I'm raiding. Real quick. What? What, brother? What can I do for you, homie? Thanks for streaming with me. You guys are welcome. I'm glad you guys enjoyed coming to stream. I'm sorry this week's been a bit of a shit show when it comes to days and all of that. Would you like to take a Nikkei quiz? Sure, but I can't do it tonight. Can I do it in, like, next time I stream Nikkei? Wispy, if the gods allow it. E30. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if the gods allow me to play this game. Holy shit. I'm just looking for a raid for Twitch real quick, guys.
It's okay. I can wait.
We'll see. Ethel is playing. I'm not sure what Ethel's doing. Ethel looks like she might just be doing dailies, but it's another Nikkei stream, so I can send you guys there. Yes, join the Discord, guys, if you haven't already. Come join the yappening in Discord. We do lots of it. We tease each other a lot. It's great. Sure, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, Ethel's just doing Union Raid? Oh, okay, I'll still send you guys over to her anyways. She got more viewers than me right now. We'll boost the numbers up, and that way people can go ahead and join us for, you know, get to meet another creator. Yeah, I'm moving over to FL8. Alright, guys. You have all a good night. I will go ahead. I will see you guys tomorrow. If I can't play E33 for whatever reason, we'll find something else to do. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one.
It's okay. I can wait. I'm sure we'll see each other again anyway.